Anybody out there today? How you guys doing out there this morning? 11:29 in the morning. So let's go check our eBay of the week of radios. I saw a good deal on a Madison. Let me get this thing fired up so we can get this thing going. There we go. And let's use that. All right. So how you guys are doing out there this morning? Yeah, I'm gonna make sure everything's good. All right, rake it up, guys. Good morning to you all out there. So I'm gonna be on the radio today. So it was actually raining and stormy this morning. How's my connection looking good? Is it working, guys? Let us know. Let's go look at eBay of the radio of the week today. I know you guys are gonna love this today. We just saw something really good, and we got a lot of good tonight. We'll just remove this little thing in the background. Let you guys see this in a minute. All right, good morning to you all out there. Just want to wave all you guys out there. Hope the microphone's okay. Hope the audio is good. How's my connection? All right. Let's see. There we go. We're back on connection. All right. So let's go see the eBay rate of the week. So we got a lot of great deals today. I'm gonna go look at DX maps of the week. Let's go check our TSL maps today. I'm gonna go look over here. So how's the skip zone looking out here today? Look at that, guys. A lot of things like that. Say half the United States. Yeah, we're on the edge of the skip, guys. Yeah, it's like digital modes. And it's bad conditions today. They're mostly sending over to Arizona to down to South America. So you guys are gonna get some great conditions in Jamaica today. You guys gonna be talking to Manila, South America. I talked to that guy down in Manila a while back. So the skip zone looks kind of different. Looks like Europe is doing very well this afternoon. So look at all that up here today. So it looks like half the East Coast. Yeah, this is CWO. I don't know. Skip is probably the most zone from Southern California down in Mexico today, down in Mexico City. So you guys gonna be talking a lot of skip today on that. But there's one area part of South America is getting this area. It looks like South America's got the best skip in the house to go all the way to Costa Rica, to Colombia, parts of Jamaica, and Cuba is getting it. And you probably might be able to link up in this area, but these are kind of like what's going on over here. So skip is kind of acting kind of weird today. So the sun's first shipped over to South Coast. We're in a little star area, so I don't know if skip is still going okay, but it says it's supposed to be poor conditions today on the Romeo Charlie International group I saw today, yesterday on it. Looks like South Africa is starting to open skip down there. There's a little skip zone down in South Africa there, and parts of these little hidden pockets of DX down here. These little areas you have to check out. I would look down towards South Africa, see if you guys are getting skip today. Let us know if you're getting African skips. That'd be cool. But it looks like pockets of DX is hitting over here. That's the Colossus Islands out there. The looks like Jungle Joe is starting to open up here where he's at. He is north of Vancouver Island. In that area, the Gulf Islands is right there. Between this area, I think he's where he's at in that area. He's over in this area. So it's on the edge of him right now. And it looks like some part of North Pole's getting hit. So let's go look at our eBay rate of the weeks. And we're going to do that real soon. And I'm going to go look over here. But I saw something really good, guys. And I'll tell you, you guys are going to love this radio I found. And can you guys see it? Let me see if I can see it. I'm going to look at it. Yeah, there it is. See that $189 Madison? The only thing what's wrong with it is the meters and mostly the clock doesn't work. So it's a President Madison version 4 or something like that. Let me take a look. So I haven't done a live stream for a while, guys. Yep. And I'll show you the caps you're going to be getting this week. And it's going to be here soon. You got to give it some time to get the Mauser electronic one and the digital key. It'll be here this week. You guys just see what the caps I got. Hey, what's up out there? UJX 133. Good morning to you out there. Ken, waving on back. And you guys saw that video on Road Dogg last night? Oh man, that guy went on till 12 o'clock last night. And he finally died out on he finally got tired off the radio, but everybody went to bed after before 11 o'clock. But they were out there. I was on there for a couple minutes. This morning I had some thunderstorms that came through our area. They weren't severe, but we had storms this morning, so everything's good. Supposed to get some severe weather tomorrow night, they said on the weather report. So yeah, so that's, yeah, we had storms that went around 6 o'clock this morning, and it raced north from our area and went into Knoxville. So we're coming from the south, so we had some rolling thunders. We were pretty lucky. And they don't last about an hour, but they're supposed to be some more tomorrow. First, our weather's supposed to be a little bit severe, but depends on it. These storms usually go move very fast. Depends on what it is. Depends on what type of system it is. So, look at this Madison. I'm going to show you guys. This is the eBay radio of the week. We're going to look at some more today. I'm also out there shopping somewhere today. But tomorrow I won't be here, guys. I'll be going to see my brother again. You guys know all that. It happens once in a while. So this is the eBay radio of the week, and we got a lot more we'll show you a little bit after this one. So this one you got to go play the video and you can go look at it. It's pretty cool. And he says the meters don't work and the clock doesn't work. But this is a great deal for $189 on bids right now. You guys better get your hands on one of these Madison. It's the version 2, I think it is. Instead it has the channel 9 and stuff. Mine doesn't have all that. Mine actually has the 3 the indicator AM, upper, lower sideband, stuff like that. And this is a great deal on a Madison. And you guys should go get yourself a deal on it right now. And he's located out of Inglewood, Ohio. And the only thing, the shipment was like mostly it's $46 shipping by FedEx. But if you get the UPS version, I don't know what he has. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, that's what it is, about $46 to ship it. That's how much would it cost, like $60 when I bought the one, got it with free shipping. So this is a good deal if you want to go bid on the Madison right now. And someone should get one of these radios soon. If you guys want to buy that radio, go bid $189. It's going to end 2 days on Thursday, so you got enough time to get it. His eBay seller name is Chase0425. He's got a lot of reviews, good positive reviews. So we don't know what's wrong with the radio. They said this radio works. Let you guys just see this here. Go type this up here and go to there. Type in this eBay link and go there and you'll find it. That's what you guys gotta do. And you guys will get going on that. But go look at the video on here on this channel. The speaker's not included. And I'll show you that President Grant. There was one for sale there. But on eBay. So this is a good deal on this radio. So if Andy's out there listening in Arizona today, UGX 268 Arizona, go pick up this radio and get it repaired at one of those local CB shops. Get it all recapped, get it all done. But the guy who Jeb's Electronics was called, used to be Jeb's Projects on YouTube. He told me he buys his caps for this radio. He buys a lot from Mauser and Digital Key. That's where he gets all the caps for the Madisons. That's where he buys a lot of his radios. He buys it from Mauser and he buys it from Digital Key. That's where he gets his caps from. And especially the finals for these radios. This is a great deal. So this is eBay radio of the week, and the way you have to do this kind of thing, they said the clock doesn't work, but you probably can get the clock working. Probably needs a lot of oil and stuff, so we can do it. What you gotta do, you gotta push this down, and only can move this, and it makes that thing move around. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta turn it around till you get it right. I don't know what these other buttons, they actually have sleep, they have a timer that comes on and off. But when I do, I push this down, spins it when you set the time, and it moves pretty good. It only once get up to like 60 seconds, like around 59, it'll start jamming up when you move this indicator knob. And you gotta let off the indicator knob here after you pass the 59. When you get back to 1 second, then you'll be okay when you change the time. I do it all the time when I turn on my radio. I spin my clock when I set it before I go on live streams and offline video gates. So it's pretty cool. So this is a good deal on the radio. So it looks in pretty excellent shape to me, but I will definitely look into more detail. I think this one has the 858 chassis in it because it's all Japanese made. So go look at that one right now. Alright, let's go check over here in a second. And before we do anything, I'm going to talk about the caps I'm going to be getting this week. The one I got to get 3 from Digital Key this week, but 2 are going to be on the way this weekend. I ordered 3 of the same caps. One's a different Yu-Gi-Oh affair, and the other one is a different one. They're the same thing they do. I'll show you in a second what they are. This is the one in the front of the robin on the top. Not the top. No, one is. These are for the ones inside the robin on the bottom. This yellow cap. So go look this up, and I'll show you what it is. This is the one. I'm supposed to get 3 of these things in the mail this week. One's for the top one, for the what is it? I'll tell you in a second. And it's actually the one with the 1 euro ferret. So these are all 1 euro ferret type caps, and it should be able to fit the bottom thing. The other one was too large. The only euro ferret I fit that large one was the 047, and I found out where that cap is on the top, the upper left, right. I know actually there's a place. I found it on search engines last night on the Robin 123B. There's actually a guy has a picture of it, where the cat was flipped up on the right side. And when you looked at it, sometimes the negative could be on one of those sides, and you have to look for it either way. And it could be on the right side, the negative, or it could be on the left side. Depends on where it's at. But these don't need positive or negative. These kind of caps do. Either way, if you hook it, you'll be fine. And these are film caps. These are the ones I ordered, and I'll show you the measurements. It should be able to fit for the 2 ones in the bottom, where those other 2 1 euro ferrets, and the other one is the same, is a different one, 047, that goes on the far end toward the back right side. So that is one of the same caps. And I'll show you what they look like. You guys want to go look it up on Digital Key. And this is usually a 600 bolt cap, and you can see it right here, 600 bolts. The cap says it's usually 600 bolts, like AW, something like that. If it says AW 600, it's 600 bolts. And that's how you find that way. When you type in the search, when you look it up, it actually pulls it up and tells you the voltage either way. So that's what it is. So that's what it is. The number show is the second one. The second one I'm going to be getting this week. That was actually that's the 3 I'm going to be getting from Digital Key this week. This is the 4th one I'm getting for the one in the upper right side for the 047 one. So this is the same kind of cap, same design, but this is a 047, 0.47, and that's what this is. And that's what I'm saying. Then that's what it shows here, and it's 600 bolts. See? Right there. I'll be right back in a second, guys. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to help my dad for a second. I had to fix a pill, fell off his bed. That happens once in a while. So this one we're looking at here today, guys. That's the other one's the same cap as like the one on Digital Key, but instead they don't have 0.47, 0.47, except that large cap I had. You guys saw it's a 0.47, same thing, but instead it's by the same company that makes them. Noise in a noise capacitor. It's the same one as the other one. The large one I have on the top, on the bottom, you can see it's the 0.47, and it's actually 630 volts, and it shows like 2,000 volts to the maximum, but it's actually just 630 volts. You guys will see that one. I'll show you that in a minute when we go look at it in a second. The one we have, that large cap one we have. So this one is the one that's going to be on, I'm trying to figure this. This is the one that's going to be in the upper right side. The one you don't see the label on the top of it. When I found out pictures of this, the gray cap, it was actually a 047 like the other one I put in the other day, the one with the large, like the one with the large cap you saw. It's the same as the one with the gray cap you seen up there. The 047 6AW 600 means it's 600 volts. So this is actually 600 volts here. So that's what it is. So that's what we got here in capacitors. I'll show you in a second. And that's what it is. This is from Mauser Electronics. So I actually ordered this one from Mauser yesterday. My first cap from Mauser Electronics. So they do take Jupal. I did not know that until I found out that yesterday. It came to like $12 to get this thing. But digital key is actually cheaper, and it's like $8 to ship it from Mauser's. That's the cheapest you get for like $8 shipping. Digital key, the cheapest goes like $4, $4.99. So it takes a few days. So they'll be coming real soon. Okay, hold on a second. We're gonna go back here in a second. Look, I'll show you guys. Let me go show you the cap. The one with the large cap. You've seen the one it looks like on the videos. And I'll just go back to here to look at it in a second. Alright. Now I'll show the what it looks like, the large cap I got, and you guys will see it. The one that goes for the U 0.47, the one I put in, I think about a few days ago, and that's the only way I fit it. And didn't know they make small caps for it, but this is the largest one they make. I was trying to figure out either way, but this one should be fine because it doesn't pop out or nothing like that. It fits the lid on the Robin when I did that, and it took a lot of skills. What I have to do with the 047, the one UFR caps, I have to remove one of the leads off there and put that cap down there. The one with the gray cap I have to take out and just solder those yellow ones in, the long ones, and it should be okay. Only that one area has to do that. It's still here? We're still here, or we're losing the live stream. Hold on a second. Trying to see anybody still here. Anybody still there? Okay, we're back connection. There it goes. Trying to check anybody's in the chat right now. Yeah, you see that, man? Okay. Okay, someone said wow in there. It's UGX 133. That's cool. Okay, we got it on now. I'll show you in a second that large cap in a second. I'm going to go over it quick in a minute. Trying to get to it right now. It's the largest cap. It's the 047, not the 1 year affair. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Because the 1 year affair is too large for the thing, that you guys know that. And if you don't, I'll tell you something about digital key. If the cap doesn't fit your thing, just just tell them you ordered the wrong product and stuff. The request to return, you don't have to send it back. It will not let they'll let you tell them they'll give you a refund back, and they tell you to throw out your cap, but I ain't gonna throw out any cap. So they will get your refund back if you said the product it was the wrong one you ordered, probably didn't fit, and if you're going to send it back, they usually give you a refund, and you get to keep the cap for free. So this is the cap. I'll show you in a second, in a minute. I'm going to turn on the thing in a second. You guys will see it. Let's see. There it goes. That's that large cap I hear you guys seen. This is the one, is by the same company. This is a different one, yeah. And you guys take a look at this one. That's the large cap. Not the largest one. It's the second largest one I have, but the very big one I have will not fit in a thing. I'll show you the large cap in a few minutes after this. This is the one that's up in near in the Robin 123 D123B. It's in that part you guys see the large cap in there, and where I soldered this one. This is the 047 with the 600 volts. Same, the other ones are getting the long ones, but they're a little bit shorter than this one. So this is what it shows, 650 volts. Should be fine, but it's supposed to be 600 volts, but 650 volts is not going to hurt it. So it can go to maximum, the voltage rating can go to 2000 volts on DC, but AC DC should be fine with this. But I don't think it's going to fry a DC thing. That's the only thing if you're going to put a lot of power to it. But if you're going to run a 12 volt battery, you should be fine with that. So this is what that cap is, and there's the diameter type where the measurement is. I'm sure you guys saw the measurements on the other one, and it's really cool. But you guys can look at it. But when we get this the caps during this week, I'll do a video and show you guys what it looks like, the long ones, and then we'll put it in description down below where you can get them. But now you guys know where you can get them at. So this is the one that's put in the Robin. The one I replaced the blowout cap. You know the blowout cap, that blue? This is the cap that's on top of this one. That's the one that you guys see. That one you see. You couldn't see, this doesn't show this label sign. When you get this one, it will have like a little letter writing. That's what it'll show. That's what it is. That's an older version that shows. But that's actually what the little thing. It's a film capacitor. That's what they are. And the other ones don't have to put film capacitors, some don't. But I got a few caps right. But this is the one I put in about a week ago, a few days ago. The one I took a lot of time to solder this in and fit it in a certain area. If you're going to get one of these caps, you can get them, but this probably will make it run longer. But the other ones are going to be a little bit longer, but not larger like this. It should be okay. And the diameter shows measurement is you guys can see it right here. But just do the measurements. I actually done it with a measure tape to look at that for that large one I have you guys seen on the video. So it looks really good. And this capacitor will last long. Let's hope this whole thing will work. But it's the cheapest way you guys can do it with your Robin T123B. But maybe you can do that with your Concept 35. It's pretty cool. So that's pretty cool. And that's what it is. And we're going to go look at it in a second. See you guys out there. I'm going to take a look at the monitor system. Hold on a second. And so you guys, how's your weather out there out west? Because I heard there was some severe weather up in the Midwest a while ago. They were talking about they had a tornado in Michigan. They haven't had since 1977. I heard it on the news this morning. That's like the tri-state tornado back in the 70s. So that's what they had, one of those. So let's go take a look at the big cap. The one I couldn't fit in there, and the one on the top, I was going to try to do that, but this was a giant cap. But if you guys don't throw out your caps, you can keep it for something else. You can use it for something. So if you guys get anything from Digital Key and if it doesn't fit in your radio, just get your money back on the product back. And a lot of times they'll let you keep tell them you got dispose your cap, throw it away. But don't throw your cap away, just keep it. That's what you guys got to do. So I'm going back to Digital Key now. I'll show you the large cap in a second. The one I couldn't fit in the board, and you'll see what it's rating. It's a 047. It's the 1 Eurofarads, just like the other one I got. All the 1 Eurofarads, and you guys know what it is. We're still here. Okay, I was just checking. So yeah, we're back here in a minute, and you guys will see in a second. It's the one with the 1 Eurofarad one, and you guys will see it. This is a $15 cap, but I got my money back for it because it couldn't fit in the radio, and I kept this cap either way. They can do that on Digital Key. I'll show you guys in a second. Try to show this on. So I just want to let you guys know about a tip about that. If you guys order caps on Digital Key, don't throw your cap away. Get your money back on it. Tell them the product I ordered the wrong product and it doesn't fit. And usually they'll give your money back in a few minutes. And if you have a juke now, your money gets back very quick. But on some other ones, it'll take at least 48 hours. So this is a 15-hour cap. This is the largest cap you've seen in the video I showed you a couple days ago. This one could not fit in my Robin. It could have fit on the top, but it would have been too much weight on it. So I'll show you what it looks like. And this is a very large one than the other one. You can tell it's a little bit larger than the other one you guys saw before. Instead, I got a smaller version of this now, and they're all coming in the mail. All three of them. All three of them are coming in the mail for this one. But the other one, yeah, these are going to be out. Three of them coming. One's going to be all 1 UFarads, 1 UFarads, and one on the top will be a 1 UFarad. I think it is the one on the top of where that little thing on the board's at. I don't think it's a 047 because 047 is on like the upper right side, the bottom of the rod. But they're supposed to be like, this was supposed to be the one that goes on the top rod display where it's at, but you couldn't fit it between the tubes and stuff like that, and the rectifiers and all that stuff. That's why this one is. So I'll keep this one as a spare, or you can use it for something else. And let me show you the rating that this one actually has. 650 volts. And it's the same thing as like the other one. That's what it is. Pretty cool. So yeah, I just want to show you guys what one looks like. So you guys can go look at all the stuff up later. And once we get those long yellow caps this week, and I'll put a list of them where you guys get it for your Robin. And we're going to make a whole list of them, which caps put in the Robin the right way. And maybe everybody will order them the same way and get their Robins working. The cheapest way you can do it. Instead, and who knows, maybe these are the caps will be around for a long time. You guys know that. So let's go back to here. And let's show you this President Grant for sale. I was looking for President Grant. And that's how I found the search. There was one been out there for a while. And let me see. There was a President Grant radio. The only thing I don't have the Robin is the microphone thing for it. I'll probably have to make an adapter for it. Like, what happened that time, how I blew that cap to 047 UFarad. I didn't have an antenna hookup to it when I first had it. I took one of these cords off of the Robin I had, the mobile Robin you seen a while back. So that's how it happened. It was actually one they used to use for a Turner microphone, which it was a defective mic. So that's the cord I have that fits for the Robin pinout. If it's the one with the WP 23 Robin, that's what was this microphone microphone was, which I was gonna wire it up to my an adapter connector to it to get my Turner Plus 2 working on it and my D104 on it. That's what I wanted to do. And that's what happened when it did. It actually transmitted when I plugged it in. And then after, when I turn off the Robin radio for a few seconds and turn it back on, that's when the cap blew. Back several months ago. So this one is the only Grant out there, but there's one on Facebook Marketplace still out of Georgia, which is $100 on one of these things. This is the one that comes with the DigiScan. So this is the 858 chassis version of it. They want $239 best offer. I think it's asking way too much. $17 shipping. But maybe we'll drop the price soon on this. Someone should offer him $100. Maybe you'll get it for a good price. Because it's probably the frequency counter is more included what it is. And that's what the frequency counter looks like when it's hooked up to that one. How the heck this guy got to work with a frequency counter? And this is in great shape. Look at that, guys. Good connectors. It's the same as my other one. It's the 3-button Grant. Showing it's Taiwan, but mine's all built from Japan. Could be another different version of the board. So this is probably the cheapest one, the only one got. It's the 3-button Grant with the 1 LED light. That's what this one is. So that's another eBay item of the week. If you want to pick this one up, go for it. But it was almost this kind of bad shape, but it was like this. So then we're going to go look at some more stuff on eBay of the week. A lot of President radios to see. There's the original menu of the 3-button Grant for $25. I don't know why people do that. They probably go get the PDF on the internet and print it all out and make money off it. That's probably what these guys do. I don't know if that's the original manual, but could be. Could be the original manual, and the original schematics are right there. So let's take a look here. What's for sale today? A lot of Cobras and Grants, President radios. There's another final one for President Grant 2, the old ones. Oh yeah. That's probably the other Grant 2s. That's probably that one. Yeah, that's probably the finals to that one. Okay, I see that. And a lot of black display faces, stuff like that. And I've seen some of these walkie-talkies, the President Randy's, and then the Jerry's. They're dropping price on some of these items right now. There's a speaker for $100. There's a President AR 144 that comes with the sideband, $100. That's a good deal on this one. And we have lots of deals. The Washingtons are down to like $199 for that guy. But there's a lot of deals on this one. We're going to look at Goodwill store today on C radios. You guys are going to like this. There's a tube radio in there I saw a while ago, and you guys are going to love that. I was surprised they sell tube radios at Goodwill on the internet. Man, that's what Desert Industries should do. They should do like what Goodwill, sell their stuff online, and people can order them like they do on C radios. And there's this is the original McKinley. Look at that, guys. It's got everything you want. See, this is the old school McKinleys. Look at that radio. We'll go look at it for a second, go back over that. This is an original President McKinley radio. Look at that. Beautiful condition. It's pretty nice. It's not all that digital kind of stuff you guys want, but I would recommend that radio than all those new President radios. Look at that. Pretty good shape. We'll talk about what it's about. Looks almost just like the Grants, but same color display. Let's take a look on the backs of it. There somebody had a driver's license. Maybe truckers put a driver's license on their thing in California. Why they put their driver's license on the internet? You shouldn't be doing that stuff, guys. Don't put your driver's license on your radios. That stuff can be filed no matter what. This is probably a Japanese or Taiwan. I'm looking at shape. It's got the same connector as the Grant, but it's in great shape. Look at that. So what's it's in St. Clair, California. That's where it's at. $109 best offer on the bit on that right now. You can buy it for $109. Come total like $27.88 shipping in St. Clair, California. So what does he says in the description? It actually says working and the conditions used. So this one should work, and it says power cord not included. So you might have to get a power cord. Mostly you have to get something like a different power cord to get that thing to work. So take a chance that if you guys want to get this radio working, make some money out, or have some fun on DX with this. Pretty good deal on this radio. So this is a CB. This is a President McKinley, original one from the 1970s or 80s, not like the new one. So you guys can see it. It's probably like all the other radios you see. It's pretty cool. That's pretty nice with a cool silver one. And there's another President McKinley here too, for $180. It's like, I wanted to do something really cool. Let's compare this President McKinley with the new one. See anything difference. I bet it has less surface noise than the other one. And that one's in great shape for $180. So you got this one working and turned on. That is a beautiful radio, guys. I would recommend someone should buy one of these things. It's in awesome condition. This thing probably could talk skip all day. It's got everything you want, sideband, AM. You can't beat anything there. I bet it beats the new Resident radios. It doesn't matter, but go try it yourself and see compared to the President McKinley, the new one, and compared to the old one. I bet the old one's got better received. I think Wagman should try that. Take a President McKinley original one from the 80s and 70s and put the new one versus it. Then you'll see the difference. But that's only in case people get into the new radio hog. But the new ones are okay, but this is pretty cool. Look at that. Good quality. They just probably need a lot of recapping. That's the only thing they do. And it's got everything what you want. It has that beautiful type silver machine. Clarifier. It's got noise and AL blanker. That's nice to have that. The bright goes up on the switch. This has like 4 buttons. It's got the mic gain, RF gain, and it's got pretty good. So looking cool. So we got a lot of radios today. The president section, I typed in President Grant. This is all the president radios we just found. And we got a President John Q 40 channel for $65. And there's a President Washington for that price. There's a Randy 2 for $19. A lot of radios today. So I'll probably have to get off soon because there's supposed to be a maintenance on my DSLT. I don't know what's going to happen. Probably scared them off with the thunderstorms. But it's supposed to happen today to do maintenance in my area. And I don't know what time it will be. Probably later this afternoon. I don't know. Maybe down for a couple hours. Maybe they bring it back. They probably did the maintenance last night. I don't know. Because it's probably in certain areas. Yeah, lots of radios today. Pretty good. Let's take a look at that. And let's go look at some stuff here today. Let's go look at our Cobra 139 day stations today. And we're going to look at our tube radios today on this one. And this is the original one in the box. Look at that. Looks like it's never been messed with. Pretty cool. We can find some 40 channels once in a while, but a lot of Cobra 139s for sale right now. Some are still the same ones back several months ago, been around here. So this one looks like it's not a modified one. But that Cobra 135 is still there. The 40 channel one's still on there. I saw last night. It's still in the list. So pretty good. That of Cobra 139 this afternoon. Oh yeah. So anybody in the chat today, so give it way back. You guys take a look at these radios to get your go look on eBay later today and go look at them. And that's a good deal for $125, but some people see it a lot cheaper than that. And there's a Cobra 889 for $35. That's a good deal, but $75 shipping. Shipping will kill you. Now look, go start on a Cobra 29 right now. That's a good deal, LT Classic. And you get it for $12. But they should knock that down a little price, but it's a pretty good deal on eBay to start on your beginning radio. Pretty good. Now, I saw some Cobra 130 38s out there the other day on eBay. They had some around on I saw on Fleabay just yesterday or the other day. So yeah. Looking good at Cobra 148. That's a good deal on that. There it is. That's that 40 channel I told you about. And it's still there. I don't know. It's probably not the one with the Betacon switch I saw. This one's a different one. Look at that. This one has a 40 channel display. Someone put a display. This could be modified. Yeah, it has it. Yeah, this one's a modified one with a channel display switch. The old one had like a crystal switch. Someone actually modified this Cobra 139, 135 with one of these with a switch in it. See, that's what they did. That is so hilarious. Let's see. Oh, he lost the cables. The cables doesn't come with it. But I was able to test it with my friend's power unit's power supply. Whenever it's used, it will have some scratches. No broken parts. You'll get everything in the pictures, nothing more. Please check out all the pictures before purchasing. So where is he at? Location is Burbank, California. So free FedEx ground shipping, $185 that's offer. Take a chance on this radio. This thing's got some pretty good quality stuff. I bet someone will get this one working. Oh yeah, I bet you it's worth more than that what it is. Look at all these Cobra 134s. Pretty good. Hold on a second. I'll be right back and see this. Wait. A little cat in the book up, guys. So you guys out there? Who's out there today? Who's in the chat right now? Let us know. Give us a way back. Tell us where you're from. How's the weather doing? Where you guys at? And you guys buying new radios this week? How's the skip doing conditions where you at? But I didn't get poor conditions where we're at today. It looks like on the so I hope we get our tube radio working. It'll be nice. What's up with it? It says what a microphone with it, yeah. Well, what's up with the rod won't work when I get these caps redone. But this is like this is like my first time recapping a tube radio. But you know I've done other recaps of other radios. Like what happened with the Grant you guys saw on that one. So there's a Cobra 148 for sale there. If you guys are looking for Cobra 2000 is what it is. But Goodwill store is more interesting because you might be able to find them. And you'll see that sometimes you don't see some of these radios on eBay, but the Goodwill store has a lot of C radios on there too. There were some tube radios I saw a while ago. So this one's a Cobra 148. Look at that one. That's for $695. Look at that. That's an export one right there. Let's take a look at that one. Never seen one. They say these are very rare. A Cobra 148 GTL X EX. Anyone had one of these radios? Wow, look at that, guys. It's got everything included. It's like an export radio. But I think he overpriced this thing. Why is it worth 600 bucks? I think it would have knocked it down a few prices of it. Look at that. That's a rare radio. So let's take a look what this thing's made of. But man, if you ever find these at a flea market, make sure you guys get one of these. That's why they're buying these at CB Hamfests and stuff like that, or swap meets, and they jack up the prices on eBay. Some are not. But this one's a very rare. Look at this one. A Cobra 148 GTL X EX. If you ever get one of these radios, let us know how they are. Put one on YouTube. People want to see it. But that is a very rare. Look at the quality of that radio. It looks like it was built from back in the 1980s. I say around mid 80s. Looks like something around there. But it looks like a nice SLW meter and our RF meter and stuff like that. S meter. Look at that. Good quality, but it's got that kind of black type grim to high and low bands. So this is mostly to have like free band channels, so you can jump around either way. And there's a band called EB, FC, and CW. What are those? DA. What is wrong? This is probably different bands you can jump onto. Very interesting. But you got plenty of mega channels on 27 megahertz and 26. You got a lot of fun if you go do some skipping or local talk. And it looks almost just the size of another Cobra 148 GTL. And this one was made from Malaysia. It looks like something from the 1980s, early 2000s. And there we go. We can see some of the quality of the board. I'm gonna look at what the inside looks like. It's got a power cord with it, USB. For that price, they should include the microphone. So the microphone is included for that price. So it looks like a lot of blue caps. Yeah, look at all those blue caps in this radio. It looks like from the 1970s. So what kind of board this guy actually has? So it's got a Motorola. It's like the TRC 451 type conditions. That's what this radio looks like. It looks more like the Radio Shack type radio boards, like the TRC 451. That's what this board looks almost just like this Cobra 148. So it's probably from 1981, I'm guessing, somewhere around the mid 80s or early 80s. It has the same kind of board, looks like it, like the one with the TRC 451. It has that kind of board. So I'm just guessing on that, but yeah, it has the same kind of like the TRC 451s. It looks just on, and it looks like a chip from Germany. Man, I would have to remove all that glue out of there. That's horrible. Look at all that glue in that radio. That's why I would remove that glue. But why did they put glue in this radio? Look at all that glue in there. For that price, you should just lower that price from $600. I think it should be like maybe about 200 bucks for something like that. But why you're jacking 600 bucks for something like that? It's a very rare collectible. That's what this price will go down on it. But it's got a nice big cap in there. Look at that, guys. Cap's looking in pretty good shape. It looks almost like the TRC 451 type boards in a different way. So it said Radio Shack was made in the United States and some parts of the country. So that's what it is. Let's go look at what he's talking about down below. He's out of San Marcos, California. $15 shipping for that price. I don't know what he's jacking it that high. but this item has been tested for basic function. Only may not operate with the original specifications. Okay. Let's take a look at that. Pretty nice radio, but maybe the price needs to come down for a while. And I think that'd be great. So this eBay seller, tell him you need to lower that price. Nobody's going to pay $695 for that radio. They will go get a brand new radio for that price, or go get a nice Madison. But that's an export radio. It's pretty nice, but maybe he'll lower the price down. It's called Retro Records Dash CA, California. Probably a local store. And look at that, a Cobra 138. That's the one Wagmaster has. And that will add my collection to the Cobra 139. So this is in good shape for that price. $63 is not bad. It's got sideband. This, or you want to rock on the beams for sure. Just take out the one of those channels you don't like, the 3738 crystal, and you'd be fine with this radio. And you'd be rocking on the beams of that one. But it's got everything you want, except it has the ANL and noise blanker. It's probably just like a Cobra 139, same thing. But that's what Wagmaster had. Probably needs some cleanup. It's a pretty good shape radio, but this radio has like the one I have. The only thing was different is the microphone, because the microphone has a jack that goes into it. That's because if you don't have that jack, you have to probably make one. It doesn't have a 4-pin mic. That's the only problem with these have. They have that jack that goes on the side with the Cobra 138. I've seen them a while back. So a lot of radios today, man, on the Cobras. Lots of Cobras today. I think that's the modified one I've seen. Could be, but I saw the other one with the modified Cobra 135 weeks ago. I think it's still there, or it was sold. So, what the heck is that? Noise? Oh, look, an SD noise toy. That's what they'd use. That's how they play all those cool audio things. See? You get one for $190. I bet you could build one of these for like $5 to $10. And it probably hooks up your radio. Probably hooks up to a jack and plays on it. A lot of Cobras today. Look at all these eBay type sellers. And that's what I'm saying. Pretty cool. They got a TRC 457 in the house. For $34. That's a good deal. But that's a capacitor kit. Okay. I see that. But Stevie Lounge 2112 has all those 80 radios. It's pretty cool. So looking at all that, and a lot of rare radios on that one. There's a Cobra 139 XRL. Pretty cool. But I'm telling you, get the Madisons, you'll be rocking out there no problem. So you guys have to know that. So let's go look at our search. That was Cobra 139. Let's go look at Tube C radios. See who's out there on the tube radios tonight. There's a DAC 10, looks like. That's not a DAC 10, that's a Magnum. So that's a tube amplifier. That's a huge monster. Oh yeah. And we got the one called the Chris 23 out there. That's the one, the eBay radio of the weeks. $75 best offer. That's a good deal. If you want to start a tube radio system, I would definitely look at this radio. That's how I got my Robin for that price, but this needs a lot of painting, as I'm saying. Probably want to paint my Robin and put some green on it. But that's a good deal for that price, but mine is a very rare one for 40 channels. It has a Robin type display field. So this is another eBay of the week, so go get this one today. A Chris 23 channel system, Tube C radio, and you'll be rocking on old Tube Radio Network and Tube Radio Night in Tennessee. It's got the same relay as a Robin. Look at that. The part looks all the same. They all have the same type chassis and everything. Looks just like the Robin 123B. Like the Robin 123T 123B, yes. It has the same look. Just different brand names, but it looks like just like a Robin. So you guys can see it. Look at all that. And instead, the Robin's kind of different than this one. It looks almost just like the Robins. And they got a video of it. You guys can go look at the video, but I'm not going to play the video. I'll go look at that later. And it's got some kind of, it looks like a modified crystal system in the back. Look at that, guys. I think it's a modified 40 channel system. There's a modified switch in the back. So there's a channel expander in the back. It's not a 23 channel. It could be a 40 channel system. Look at that, guys. So it's a modified Chris 23 And that's what it is. It looks just like the ones on the Robins. So this is a modified system with probably 40 channels. So make sure you guys check this out. Buy this radio and get this thing. Don't take the channel expansion kits off. Keep it on it, and you might get on those channels you want. You might get it working. And it has the same caps as the Robins. Look, there it is. It's the same exact board. Cool. The Chris 23 is actually the same as the Robin 123B. It has the same thing. I bet there's a schematic manual of the whole entire book and can show me what it looks like the same thing as a Robin. So there's something different. That's the one I'm going to be putting that yellow cap this week, the one with the small version of it. That's the one that is on the same thing as my Robin. The tubes are the same. The relay is the same. So it's related to the Robin, guys. And the only thing it doesn't have a cap in the front. It doesn't use caps in the front of it. That's kind of different. So you guys see that. There's a cap in the front of the radio. It's almost the same as the Robin, but very identical. The Robin's actually kind of different. See, there's a cap here. The Robin doesn't have a cap in the front on the top board, but they're very kind of identical. So you guys can see that. And also, let's take a look at this board here. Yeah, it's the same as the Robin, guys. Look, everything is the same on the whole entire caps. Every cap is the same as the Robin 123B, the T123B. Same caps, same everything. Instead, mine's down here. It has the same kind of board as the Robin. And mine's a modified one, but it has the same kind of board right here. That's a big one. But I've never seen that cap that large in the front. It's very identical to the other one. It's almost the same as the Robin. And the two double ones I did, it's pretty cool. There's that big cap, the same as the Robin 123B. There's the cap that blown right there. The one down here is the one that I replaced. I think that's the. It was actually this one here. This is the one that had replaced the one that blew. And this is another one that goes to all the 1U ferrets go this way. And there's a 600 volt one. That's the 1U ferret. They're all in this direction here. All this direction here. And that's probably the one with the one I replaced you guys saw. And I think that one is related to down here, but there's usually in this area it's different. Yeah. This one is the cap I replaced here. I think that's the 160 ferret, 160 volts. So it looks almost the same as the Robin 123B, almost identical. It's kind of different, but it has the same kind of caps and same everything, it looks like. Here we go, we got a better picture of this one. There we go, you took a better picture. You guys can see it, and this cap's way in the back. That looks like a 350 volts. Yeah, the Robins are kind of different. Because the Robin has a little small cap right here. Instead, this one has a large one in the back. And this one's actually different than one. It's almost the same as the Robin, but very identical. Almost all the caps are the same. But it's very kind of same, but it's only a little bit, so it looks different back here because they don't have a big large cap. I think it's the 2.2 cap, the 47 cap's usually on the top. Yeah, that's the cap because it's the same. Yep, I replaced that the other day. And usually there's usually a small cap in this area I had replaced. You guys seen that? But this is very identical and very different. So it's almost the same, very quite the same on a lot of levels. So a lot of the resistors are the same, pretty cool. So the Chris 123 is almost the same. Yep, it's a channel modified one. You can tell that is. It's not a 23 channel, but it's a 40 channel system. So that usually you guys saw the crystal. It's a modified crystal one. It's a modified channel switch. And there's another one too, a second one right there on the side. It's a modified channel switch on these switches. So take your chance on the modified Chris 23. It could be a 40 channel system, I'm guessing. If it's done right, if you don't remove the mod and keep it the same, I think it will work as a 40 channel system. You guys have to check out what the frequencies on these things are. So it's a 40 channel Chris 23, very rare, and has a channel expander in the back of it. Just like the Robins. And the lights are kind of different. Yeah, it has the same kind of display board, same relay. Same kind of crystal board, but mine's kind of different than his. Mine's actually a 40 channel, very rare, and no switches on it. But it's the same as the Robin. It's really cool. It has the same kind of, at least it's got the plug, that's good. As long as you got that plug, you'll be alright. So that's the Panasonic chassis. That's what it is, guys. Pretty cool. So let's go look at some more of these tube radios today. We got the Cobra 23. That's the Cam 88. Now he forgot it's supposed to be called Cobra Cam 88 23 channel. I would definitely list that. So that's a good deal for $106. So lots of radios for sale today, and we got the Xylophones for $45. Those are very rare radios. So I haven't done a live stream for a while since I was doing that work on the grant. You guys know that. So we got USL Contact 23. So that's another one. There's a lot of tube radios on eBay, and there's plenty of them, guys. So you guys keep checking on their tube radios. You might get your hands on one of these and get them back to life. And you gotta save these things and get them going. Look at all that. A lot of rare ones. Prices are pretty decent, pretty cheap. And some are not cheap, some are not. But they might need some recapping. That's what you. And there's a sonar. And a lot of eBay items right now. But if I was Harvey, you should start grabbing these up, or some people need to grab them. And there's a Ground and Golden Eagle Mark III for $280. You probably need a whole set for that one. Boy, look at all these Fleabag items, and I bet these people get them. And at least it's got a nice turn. The Vinci Regis Range Gain CB base station looks pretty cool. Look, it's got the nice microphones. The microphones are well worth for the price. I have one of those turn mics, just like that one right there. Look at all these red dot switches. Oh crap! Big lot things like that. And these it looks like a Turner type microphone. Yeah, it's a Turner. It's actually a Turner Plus 2 type mic. Yeah. Yeah, it probably needs some. It probably needs some more. Like look at these little switches. You probably have to get some knobs for these radios, especially the A&L and that the squelch. Nice meter, man. Pretty cool. And go save this radio, but somebody an outrageous price on that one because the microphones are on that. I have one of those mics. It looks like a 4-pin mic. It could be, but these turners are pretty awesome. It looks just like the microphone I have. It's awesome. Just looking at the what's that label in the back. Yep, out of Indiana. Cool. It's like a different kind of plug. So that's what I'm saying. But we're gonna get on out here later soon. I'm gonna go look at more tube radios, see if there's anything for sale. We got a Trim TD201, and we got a Robin for sale. A Robin 123 T123B. I don't know if this one's gonna work. This one's $99. It's been there for a while. I saw some Johnson Messengers the other day on there. There were some pretty cheap ones. That's a good deal because it comes with the plug on that one. That one looks in new conditions. You guys gotta check these out later before we get out of here today. And I want you guys to go check them out. Give a little pick on it. Go look at it so you guys can buy it. That's kind of weird. Why you put a face doll near your radio? Maybe he's trying to be something really cool. A mannequin with a C radio. Now that's hilarious. Now would definitely like. And for $24, maybe that's what it is. It's actually Illstate Vintage Lafayette HE43B tube radio. So he wants $24 for this radio and $30 shipping. So it's probably a good deal on that to go look at it, see what it is. And this one's been around, all these parts around for the Brown and Golden Eagles. There's a lot of tube sets for $99. Wish I had a lot of spares like that. So there's a lot of good deals and some are not, but there's ones in awesome condition for the Vinci Regency Range Gain 2. Looks pretty good deal on that. A lot of ones you have to look around, you have to pick and choose. And Hellcrafters for 35 bucks. You can't go wrong with a Hellcrafter. That's an old one. That's been around for many years. I think go back from the 40s with those radios. That's a big radio for Hellcrafter radios. And we got a lot more. And there's an RCA type radio foam radio marine. That's a 2 radio from the 1950s. Look at that quality. Those are kind of rare. If you get one of those working, man, that would be a beast and a half. You put that in your 57 Chevy, you'd be rocking and rolling with that thing. And there's one for there's one in a Johnson Viking Messenger for 25 bucks, $24 delivery. That'd be almost like $50, almost $60 to get that radio. But if you're going to start out, I will look into this to check this out to get it working. What's kind of conditions for that price for $60 total in all? So it has the channel 11, so that's good. We have the channel 11, channel 17. These are the good channels. A lot of guys are on 17, but 9 will be like the Puerto Rican channels. So yeah, but you get channel 14, and these are the basic channels. But that's pretty decent setup. And shoot, it looks like about 12 inches long. Is a large toaster. It's got the Viking Man logo. Oh yeah, that's the big man in the house. And it's got the original microphone. That's nice. Look at the quality of that mic. Good. And it looks like it's got its original plug. It looks like everything looks all right. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. Probably needs a lot of recapping. Probably tubes. Probably they will get them working. And that's what it looks like. So this is the white the silver face Johnson, I think they are. Let's take a look at this one. So there's a scripture down here below we talking about. It's a 23 channel radio. I've talked to a trucker who had one of these radios, I think several months ago. There's a trucker in my area has one of these radios, a Viking Messenger, Johnson Messenger, C radio, a 2 radio in his truck talking on the air. I was doing a radio check. He actually has one. He's talking in the truck. I'm not kidding. There's a guy in the truck that carries one of these. So this one is sold and found in condition. Don't even try to clean and improve the item or buy or bid with confidence. Everything is sold subject to the buyer inspecting. I have a liberal return policy. I reply pretty quickly if you have a concern. I ask purchase be paid within 2 days. Please view all the pictures before bidding and buying. Re-ask the question before bidding. I will be trying to be a good steward of the items I have. And this is from Maine. And I will ship in a day from Maine. There have been recent increases in postal rates, and I do try to offset them with lower prices, but the shipping cost could be considered when you make a purchase or bid. Please remember that the shipping large, bulky, heavy items can be expensive. International buyers are responsible for any tariffs or duty. I offer additional shipping methods. Click here details link on the listing for more choices. If you prefer a purchase carrier service, just drop me a message. I'll sell many small items in the $5 or $10 range. I'd love to combine the shipping. If you send me a message, I could watch for your items and give you an accurate shipping quote when you are ready. If you pay for one item, I must ship in with the item 24 hours. eBay doesn't let me hold the pay item. If you are still shopping, just discard in my invoice. I leave position be back soon after the item is saved. So that's what they say. He's called the collection buyer. That's his eBay selling thing. Pretty cool, guys. And they're up in Maine. Location up in Maine. So this radio is way up in the northeast corner. The northeast corner where the Viking Messenger is at. So that's actually where the Vikings went. Yep. A lot of element type things here, microphone replacements. Those are Turner microphones. Someone's got them for $38. I don't have parts like that. I only have one of those. I know they work on a Turner Plus 2 mic. But look at all these Turner type replacement mics. Elements. Pretty cool. Go back. Then go look at that Johnson Messenger. Yep. Now that's a good type thing. It's like Kilo, Oscar, and India. That's what that one is. 1051. That's what the call sign is. It's a good deal for a messenger if you want to start out, but for $25, you can't go wrong with it. Almost $60, you probably can get it recapped going. It's got the channel 11 crystal, and that's good. So it's a pretty nice messenger. If it works good, it's all right. So let's go look at some more. There's another one for $35 for delivery, but that's a good deal. There's another one for $35. This one has a microphone in the front of the messenger. That's nice. They got a microphone jack. I don't know why you put one in that. Maybe it's the microphone, or it could be an audio type thing. Then you got some more type ones. This is a vintage C Radio Part International 2 crystal. I don't know what that is. And this one's been a while. The Inco 772K has that 23 channel modified system. So it's a modified one. Someone actually did that. And there's the Lafayette Comsat 25B. So this one's been around for $34. Boy, that'd be a great keeper to grab. And you got another Inco for the price here. This is an Inco type radio for $35. Looks just like mine. So this one has 4 channels on it. So it has 23, but 4 clicking knobs. So it looks like original one. And it's got that one that connects to the top just like my other Inco. Look at this kind of wire. This one looks like it's been torn apart. What is that? Look at those things. Those are giant crystals. Holy crap. Do you guys see that? Are those channel crystals? I never knew channel crystals come that large. That's a huge crystal. Look at that. Holy crap. And there's another hole in the back. Look at these Incos. What model Inco is that? That is a giant crystal. Look at that. Are they actually real? Someone needs to buy this radio and see if they're like, look at the crystals in this radio. 2 connectors. Yeah, these are crystals. Those are channel crystals. They're even that large. Holy crap. It looks almost the size of everything. That's how the first C radios came out. Like, that's something else, guys. Giant channel crystals in that radio. Man, I would not throw these out. Keep them as a souvenir. That'd be cool, but I bet these things will work. 2 giant crystals. I bet these are kind of very rare parts you can't get. I bet you have to take this crystal, downsize it, and make a nice small one of it. I think someone can actually do it, but boy, that's a giant crystal for sure. Oh, yeah. And on that thing. The components look almost the same as the other Incos. There's a paper type film capacitor. But guys, you saw that on eBay? We don't see one with giant crystals. That very rare. Those things are probably like almost 3 inches long. Holy crap. So what kind of Inco is this one is? This is a Inco. I don't know. It doesn't have the model. It's a Citizen Band C. It's an Inco type radio. But what does have it looks almost like an Inco 700 or something or different. But I've never seen one with giant crystals in. Someone must have modified this radio. But let us know what this model number is. Give us an idea. It's from Chicago 41D. Let's give it the manufacturer. But tell Harv about this one. There was one with giant crystals in this radio. So we have it on our CB Radio of the week, so everybody has proof it. And we have radio history about this, and you guys will see it later. And that will be out there on YouTube forever. So at least we showed it on live stream with giant crystals like on a Tube C radio. That's kind of amazing. Never seen one that large before. I'm sure you guys have seen in your lifetime on that. And there's a Messenger 223 out there. Look at that. For sale. That's used right. And lots of sale TBC radios today. And there's a usage 21B. Look at that. That was all tubes in that one. Cool. That's a very rare radio right there. And you got a tube tester right there. Okay. So let's go look at some of the stuff today. See any more tube radios. Yep, we got a Johnson Messenger 223. That's a good deal right there for $150 you're going to grab. And it's got another radio on top of it. You include it. It includes that one, I think, or not. And you got an Aircastle right there. Another Johnson Messenger for sale. They're going pretty good prices right now if you're going to start out these things, but that is an awesome price for these Messengers. If you get them recapped right, you'd be all right. And there's another rare one too. Lots of deals here today. on tube radios on this day, March 10th, 2026. Oh yeah. And there's a cloud phone. Look at all these ones. A Lincoln, there's a mentioned Lincoln L2000A. Very rare radio. Looks like copper chassis. A tube radio. Cool. It's got the Lincoln in the house on that. Maybe because that's why they invented, because the Lincoln, because the copper penny, that's why they made this radio. Could be true. For this crystal 2 radio. Yep. Lots of more, lots of more. Yep. You got lots of, you got a ComSat 25, so that's a good deal on that if you get it to work right. And more of these things are still out there. 2 radios of every hour. We'll see. We'll go down to the last list. That's a, yeah, get one of these power cords. That's a good deal on that. Another Johnson Messenger. This is a Chris 23. Maybe somebody should get me one of these microphones. I don't know if that microphone will work out on the Robin. So I'd like to get it up with a D104. It might work as a Robin connector. I don't know. It's 4 pins, it looks like. It's still original and plastic in the box. Let's go back here. Looks like some kind of tube amps. Look at that. That's kind of rare. And more capacitors for sale. So take a look at those capacitors for $65. Someone's got one. These are high filter capacitors, 450 volts, 100 UFarads. That's what this one is. That's for amplifiers. A lot of amplifier. Maybe you guys get me one of these tube amplifiers for my Robin 123B if you'll get it working. It'd be quite nice. I need something like that because I don't know if it will work for a MOSFET type tube amplifier. But let me know if we can run a tube radio on a MOSFET like an RM Italy 203P. Let me know if that will work on a tube radio. I don't know if that will work for a Robin. I don't know if that will do that. I don't think it would do. I don't think tube radios mixed with MOSFET radios, MOSFET amplifiers. I don't think they would. So I never seen one done it before. There's a lot more here. A lot of tube cases you can buy. Really got plenty of items in here today. D104. A lot of them today. Okay, that's pincher armors. I think that's what they are. These are for the Robin T240D for these little parts. So you should guys go look at that right there. These looks like two radio transistors. I think these are pincher-trometers. I think that's what they are. They were in the back of the radio. I've seen those. I didn't know what they are until I've seen those kind of parts that rip out of microwaves. You can get them out of cooking pots. A lot of things like that. Even little refrigerators, you can get them. They have pincher-trometers in the back of those too. I'm not kidding. I took parts of that, taking caps out and found things like that. Even cheap ones like that. And they have a lot of them like that I've seen. Oh, there's a relay. Cool. That one actually probably will work on your tube radio or amplifier. Looks like the same Japanese company that makes the same relay. Pretty awesome. Pretty cool. A lot of spare parts of these things. I think we're down to spare part things right now. A lot of tubes, a lot of microphones, a lot of adapters. And another one with a manual, $4.99. And you got another one here. No, 2 radio, that's pretty high price, that one. So we're gonna stop here on this second and go to the next thing on the list. So, and sometimes I go in these random searches all day. So let's go over here. Let's go take a look at our Goodwill eBay the radio of the week. So we went from eBay to that. And I hope you guys are still here today. So let me check the chat before we start on this second. We got 42 views in the house right now, 2 viewers, so that's great. And they're watching our show right now. So now we're down to the Goodwill C radio of the week. This is something interesting. Cool. Hey, what's up, Lisa Jones? That's awesome, man. I see the chat, you guys. Hey, what's up, Walker's Custom? Thanks for coming to chat today. I see that. I'm back on the radio from 30 years ago. 138 XRL Cobra. Cool, man. That's awesome. Hey, what's up, UJX 3030, Scottsdale, Arizona? How's the skipper looking? You guys getting poor conditions today? I can show you on the room here in Charlie group. We'll do that in a second. I'm gonna do this here in a minute. Now let's go look that up. Um, Sec from Romeo to International Charlie group. I'm gonna look at that in a sec. Um, if I will do it, I will do it. Yeah, hold on a minute. There we go. We got it. Yeah, we found it. Okay, I'll show you guys in a second. This is the one I look at every time. I'm actually part of this group too. I also go by two. Also part of the United Delta X-ray. This one I also go by two division. Um, Romeo Charlie 362. I'm on that one too. I've seen Jungle Joe. So it's showing medium conditions. They said yesterday they changes all the time. So by the end of this week we'll get good conditions by the end of this week. So this is how I check the DX conditions here on this one, the Romeo Charlie International Group. This one tells you the propagation, but they're in a different country. I don't know where they're at from, probably overseas. And that's what they show us the KPX on their little text here. It shows all that stuff here. You guys can go look at that. Usually this is where I go and look at this and go inside here and log in. But I've been here since the Quad 5 Top Gun when I first got it. So this actually shows it. So the condition is looking like medium tonight, but looking better by the end of this week. So when it says good, that means to good means that usually that's nighttime conditions. This means daytime and nighttime conditions. Mostly this is from medium to good. It could be during the day or during that night, but this is during the day and during that night. That's how this one works. I think that's how it does. So that's pretty cool. So just want to show you guys what I'm looking at there. That gives you an idea, but they're probably over Europe. But sometimes those things could indicate wrong. It could be medium conditions. It could be good conditions. Who knows? But if it says poor conditions, usually a lot of times they do. Now look at this one, guys. This is a good radio for the week if you want to get your hands on this. It looks just almost like my black one. A Midland 79892 transceiver. It's a C radio. This one's have single sideband built into it. Someone's bidding on it. It is a let me take a look. Looks like a 40 channel system. That is a nice radio. That is a beautiful radio. Good quality. These are the ones from the Convoy movie that came out in '77. So that is, I have one of those Midland radios, a 23 channel instead has sideband. It's not 40 channels. I have one of those, but it's all crystals like this one. Instead, it's black. But this one's a good deal. I've seen on old radio night he had JT actually had a video like this, or I think Caroline Pirate had one of these a while back. I've seen it a while back with this. Man, this is in great condition. Look at that. Midland Power. Look at that. These are like from the 70s. And it's good quality, but my dad's first base station was a Midland. And it's all Japanese. Cool, made from Japan. It's got a lot, it's probably a cyber chassis one. And that's in good quality. From 1977. That came out when the Grant came out. Cool. March 1977. Man, that's when the man, it's got like an 8 pin looks like. I find that's 8 pins. Yeah, it's 6 pins, guys, not 8 pins. I see it right there. I see the phi X in the middle and 6 pins at the top. So it's a 6 pin microphone. I've seen those before. It looks like a Radio Shack. It's not a Radio Shack mic. So yeah. And look at that radio. But they're gonna get a good deal on this one, but it's got noise and noise blanker, high and low tone, but the sideband is probably the best thing to have on this radio. That's pretty cool. This thing's built like a tank. They are not cheap made, because I have one, has single sideband. It says 23 channels. I tried it one time. I had it fired up since 2021 with that radio. And I have got it for like, you know how much I paid for my 23 channel single sideband midland radio? It's all black and has the original microphone with it. I think I got it for like maybe about $22 on eBay back a few years ago, back in 2018. I think it was back in 2018 or 2019 when I got it. And I tried it out down in the valleys in Utah, out near Plain City, out near the Forest Ranch, where my mom goes to rent. She had her horse be put in like a stables where they pay like a rental thing every month to do it. And my mom used to be my mom used to ride horses. My sister used to do Mustang horses. And it was a little place out there, out near Plain City, Utah, where the horse stable, you have your horse stay there, and they pay the rent every once a month for some guy that actually um does all the horses, his feeding and stuff. Just a local stable thing. Not on the land, that's what it was. So I tried it out there one time down in Plain City, Utah, out there to the west. Not far from where I lived in Pleasant View. This is pretty cool. Look at that. And you got a lot of great vintage radios too. I would look at these Goodwill type stores on the internet, and they get some good stuff once in a while, I've seen. And there's a TRC 30A and some old Radio Shack 80s. This is what if I was 2112, I'd be looking at this here, the Goodwill auctions online. But you bid like a Goodwill auction, but they take everything from PayPal to your normal bank card and stuff like that, or credit card. And most of that local Goodwill stores, that's where these are at. And they're mostly in Goodwill stores across the United States. There's a radio that looks like my dad's radio, but this is one from the 90s. Somewhere like back in 1996, I recognize that one there. The Cobra 18. And a lot of great deals on this. Just looking at a unit type radio. And a lot of people are getting these out of yard sales and taking them to Goodwill stores. You guys don't know, this is where you find a lot of series, even on eBay and also Goodwill. Shop at goodwill.com. That's when you want to look it up, and you'll find a lot of serials in here, including tube radios like that. Look at that one. That is a good deal on the tube radio if you're going to go for $14.98, and most of the shipping will be a little high. I'll show you what the shipping is on this to give you guys an idea. The shipping will be like $2.99 ship and handling and all that stuff by FedEx. So you type this in and see what it shows. Our area. Let's get an estimate. See what it shows. And it'd be like $18. So that's how it works, guys. See, it'd be like $2 handling for the feed. That's what it does. And we total these $15 shipping for that radio coming from Indianapolis. So that's how it works. And it comes to total $18 shipping at the same time. It'll be like $18 to ship it. Well, if you want to get something really good on you got to look around Goodwill, because sometimes you get a good deal on something. But this one looks like it's needs a lot of cleaning on that meter or cracked, but I think the meters will still work. But this probably needs a lot of work, and this one definitely needs some wiring. So the only thing you could do with this one, just take this one apart and connect the wires on this one. Hold on a second. The Chris 23C 23 Plus, yep. And looking good. So that's a good deal on that one if you guys want to try to do some. So I'll be right back in a second, and we'll look at some more in a minute. Okay, guys, we're back. Had to put another movie on my dad and stuff like that. That happens. So we had to cancel AXIAL Max the other day because that stuff was costing things up. Yeah, he usually watches movies online and stuff like that on his Roku TV. So, who's in the chat right now? You guys still here? At 44 views. They're probably going to come back a little later, but hour 26 minutes. We're looking great. So, he was telling me he met his wife on the radio. That's pretty awesome. So, we're going to go look at some here. I know you guys want to look at eBay Radio of the Week and Goodwill Radio of the Week, so we're looking at great on this one. So we got lots of deals on classifieds tonight. Maybe we'll do some Radio Shack catalogs later. I don't know. So looking at all these here, and we got lots of radios from Goodwill. There's a TRC 425, and you got a TRC 418 for the 80s. But you guys take a look at this later when we get some time. We got lots of radios today. There's a Midland 892. I don't think that's a sideband radio. There's a Radio Shack walkie-talkie from the 80s. Man, I love to have that. I used to have one a long time ago. And lots of great deals. And we got a Royce type radio. And a lot of those emergency radios. So we got another one in this section here today. And maybe we'll do a KSL classified algae for people in Utah land for Wagon Master. We ain't going to show anybody's phone number and stuff like that. You can go look at it. We'll go look at KSL in a minute after this. I'm going to give them a little chance some people to look at the deals in Utah. So, there's a Unit Bearcat 880. I would love to look at that radio. That's a pretty good deal. Got a lot of Cobra 29s, Midland radios, and a Cobra 29, the original Cobra 29 right there. Pretty cool. And we got lots of things on Cobras. And the Cobra L model 25X40. I've seen a lot of truckers talk on these radios. I've talked a while back in my local area. A lot of the truckers I talk to, they have these a lot. I've talked to a lot of, they have a lot of radios like Strikers, Cobras, like the new ones, and the old school ones like the 29s. Especially the Anytone AT6, Anytone 66 AT. That I have talked to guys that have that. And ones have Washington type radios, the new ones. I've talked about a lot of things like that. And there's another Radio Shack radio for $9. That's a good deal. And you got another high gain type radio right there for sale. And lots of deals on that. And there's another one from the 80s and 90s right there. There's my first walkie-talkie. Oh yeah, I'll show you in a second. My first walkie-talkie. I bought it for $99 back in the day. Got another Sparkmatic. Either way, this one was called the Cobra 20 HH35. This was my first walkie-talkie. They used to have a place in South Florida. You probably have to look it up on the internet, and they don't have it exist anymore. There was a place called Incredible Universe. It was like a Brandsmark back then. It was like a Sam's Club, but it was like something like that, and like a BJ's. There was a thing called Incredible Universe in Hollywood, Florida, and they sold a lot of cool things. They even sold CBs. They sold a lot of electronic stuff and TVs. It was like more like Circuit City type way. Like it was more like an RC Wood, like in Utah. More like Circuit City. That's what it is. But this one was $99 back in the day. My first walkie-talkie before I got in the Seaver, and I had to borrow my grandpa's for several months and return it back for the one with the Radio Shack. And this was before and my dad's had a mobile. So this one, the only problem with this ray, I'll tell you what went wrong one time. This was my first code. And I've seen one of these at the local Goodwill flea market in my local area, which I had one of these for $75. You can get it for $12. Pretty good deal. This is the one that had like a green type thing. What I used to do this back in the day in Hollywood, Florida, you know, like those TV antennas you have outside your roof, like your Radio Shack antennas, like the long type ones. And we got this TV antenna for $25, put it on the pole and spin around. And used to watch West Palm Beach all the time. And you point at everything. This thing used to pick up almost 100 miles away. They're like the ones that go for 200 miles on a good day. The old Radio Shack type spiky antenna type things. So this one I used to pick up Fox 29 back in the day. The Radio Shack antenna. And about 85 miles away. I used to pick up one of my favorite stations. These had a lot of cool Star Treks, a lot of cool shows, reruns at night. That's what they used to do. They probably don't do that kind of crap anymore now, back like they did in the 90s. Instead, they pay for all the stuff they do, which you can get it on TV now, like BTV and all that. So what I used to do to hook one of these things, I took the RG58 coax cable to stick it in there, not like a connector, and my Radio Shack antenna on the roof, and I talked right through it to my base station one time when I got it back in 1995 and tried this out. I heard myself talking to the radio with this thing. It was pretty cool back then, and you could have burned your radio out or not. The high power is above 4 watts. Low power is about 2 or 4 watts, what it is. This little channel switch moves it around. It is a cool radio. I wish I had one of these radios now again. But the bad point about this radio, after a few years later, a year later, the crystals will burn up into the top of the microphone. And if you slam one of these radios on the ground, you'll bust the crystals in the microphone, and it'll rattle. And that's what these things have. That's the only problem with these walkie-talkies. The crystals usually go bad. I don't think the Radio Shack ones will go bad, and for an old one like that, they probably don't have something like that. But these has crystals inside. They will rattle when the microphone goes bad. It means if you drop it or something, the crystals actually go bad in these radios. That's the only thing. If it doesn't rattle, you're okay. If it rattles, it's bad crystals. And maybe there's a way you can replace the microphone inside. Maybe make it into a handheld mic might work that way. Maybe that will work. I don't know, because I don't think it has a microphone transmission in the system. It has mostly chargers on that. And that's what they do. And that's what they are, low battery and stuff. These were pretty cool walkie-talkies, but the rubber ducky was small. But that was my first walkie-talkie. Wish I'd love to have it again, but the only thing you don't do is burn the crystals up. Just don't throw it on the ground. But these radios had some pretty cool, clear sound back in the day. They were kind of less noisy back in the time. And it did come with all that stuff with the instruction manual. This way I was back when I was 14, 15 years old, when I had my first Cobra walkie-talkie. This was my first Cobra radio, guys. My first Cobra radio. Not a mobile, a walkie-talkie, my first Cobra. And that's how far I gotta go back from 1994. And then before I got my base station, my Radio Shack base station, you guys seen it. And you guys can go look at that. And I'll give you guys a blog. You can go look at my blogs about the radios I had. So yeah. And that was pretty cool back in the day. Now let's go look at that right now. So we'll close this out. And either way. So that was pretty awesome. So that was pretty cool. My first radio walkie-talkie I just showed you guys on the air today. That was my first Cobra radio. My first one. They didn't have a Cobra 25 or nothing like that, a Cobra 29, but that was my first radio when I was 15 to 14 years old when I had it. And it was pretty cool back then. And one time I did something stupid, I have to tell you. I had this radio before, and I took it to transmit it to one of my TVs, my parents' TV, and blew it out one time. And the TV never came back once, with a 20-inch TV back in the center. I took that walkie-talkie, walk up to it, and transmit it up to the TV close, and just kill the TV completely, like these early 2000 TVs. I'm not kidding. Please don't do that. Don't take a radio, transmit it close to your TV. Don't do any C radio to it. Don't take the antenna to your TV. You can actually destroy it. And I'm just telling you, don't do that stuff. But if you guys want to know how to destroy a TV or something like that, maybe it'll work on iPhones. I don't know. Take a walkie-talkie, C radio walkie-talkie, put the antenna right close to it, and it'll definitely zap it for sure. I don't know if it'll do it on an LCD screens like these days. I don't know. I think it's possible it can do it. So I actually know how you can kill a TV with a walkie-talkie, a C radio walkie-talkie. You can do that. I don't know, but it'd be quite cool. But I just want to tell you about that story. That happened like so many years ago. So this is a Cobra 29, looking cool. And you got another TRC 446 from Radio Shack. So we had a little cool story too. We just told you that. And we're looking at the same radios again. That's a realistic TRC 430. And there's another Maxine type radio. It looks almost like the Midland type things. That's what they are. And there's a good Radio Shack radio. I would definitely get one of those if you could. But I like the old ones from the 80s that sound great. So we just looked at the walkie-talkie for $12 on the Goodwill Radio of the Week. Oh yeah. Lots of great old school radios to start out. Throw one of these in a car, have them in a bunch of places. You never know. and you can still rock it on the meters. And a Cobra 21 right there. Cool, guys. So who's out there today? Let's go look at our weather forecast. See, AccuWeather is going to give us a little thing. I like AccuWeather. It's one of the things. That was what they're talking about thunderstorms today, so that's why I'm not going to be on the radio. I don't know we're going to have thunderstorms tonight. They're telling they're going to have 81 degrees set record 2006, but looking like getting cooler right there. So looking like we're going to drop down to 40 degrees one night. It's going to drop to 35, but that's kind of different. Let's go over here in a second. See, looking like my area here today. So it's kind of different from 40 miles. So they're talking about very warm, widespread thunderstorms, high 73. Tonight, overcast and warm. So they're going to drop down. Some of them are going to have some rain for 5 minutes. But it's cooling this thing out. So those little storms went through us this morning. They're already all the way to Bristol, Tennessee right now. Holy crap. So looking at 4 p.m. is thunderstorms. So it's going to come back again at thunderstorms at 4 p.m. So that's why I'm not going to be on the radio today, because of that stuff. I don't want to be on. I don't want to be on during storms, so we might have some little hot showers. They happen like that, and looking great on the system. So let's go look at that hourly. Maybe there's something to pop up the clouds. Maybe they're predicting that forecast. You can't trust it's true or not. So that's where those thunderstorms that were all around this morning that were really bad. And if I didn't see the radar, but I did have some pictures of it, you guys. I've seen it on Facebook a while ago. You guys will see what the thunderstorms look like from the local Knoxville news weather. They said it was not severe thunderstorms. They said rumbles of thunder. We had thunderstorms going from a line going north this morning, coming in pretty quick for about an hour, but we did have some lightning. But I heard one hit down by the water, way about 3 miles away, way down, hit something to the ground, but it didn't hit my area. I heard something hit from a thundercloud, but they said tomorrow night's gonna be severe thunderstorms and stuff like that. So mostly the storms were coming all the way from down to where Rooster was at this morning. It was coming from Dayton, Tennessee, going northbound. This whole area was covered and it was racing this direction. That's what we had. It happened around 6 o'clock this morning to almost around 7. So that will woke me up this morning because we had thunderstorms that came in for about an hour. Had a lot of good rain. That's what I'm saying. Good for the garden, but we're in that spring. There's that little shower coming over us right now. You guys will see where it's going to go. It's actually moving east right now. So it's going over my local area right now, off the plateau near Crab Orchard. A lot of truckers are up in this area you'll hear. I'll show you where we're at. Right up here you'll hear a lot of my the truckers I talk to. They're up in this area I talk to lots of times. I don't know Danesville, I've never been there. So that is the plateau, Mount Burma, and you go in that area, that's where it comes off the exit. This is where the truckers go up here. They drive along that plateau. This is where the most accidents happen, right here a lot of times, south of the airport. But they happen all the time here. When you get over to Ozone, that's like Ozone Falls. But mostly there's a lot of truckers coming. Mostly when you get over to Crab Orchard, that's when they're near truck gas stations before you get into Crossville. So this is the Kimberlin Plateau. This is where the Eastern and Central time zone changes right here. It changes right about this area here. They go in this area. This is where Dallas needs to be over in this area if he wants to talk to me. If he's on this exit, I think West Tail Road would be a good idea, or another rest area. But it's actually where Eastern and Central time zone changes. I think it's over in Danesville. It could be that one. I don't know. But you'll be able to hear me pretty easily. I know guys in Crossville can actually hear me. One trucker can hear me on the north side cross about 30 miles away on his radio. He can hear me pretty good up by Fair Glade. But on my Quad 5 when I talk on it a while back. So I just want to let you know. And our daily forecast right now, we're going to look at here today. They're talking about thunderstorms later today. We had some this morning. And we're going to be low 63, but the cold front's coming through tonight, this weekend. That's why it's dropping temperatures from 40s to 30s. So, supposed to be some severe weather expected at night. So, there'll be a nighttime event tomorrow night. So, I'll be up doing that on Wednesday night. So, that's what they're talking about right here, guys. We're going to be getting our storms tomorrow night. And it's going to turn less humid. That's good. This is nice weather for the thing. You know the thing, yeah. And we're back at 73 degrees. That's our local forecast. And it's going to drop to 55 by Tuesday. So the cold front's coming in again, hitting up again. You guys see that? it changes and it goes down to 60s. You can't predict it ahead of the thing, but still looks like a spring pattern. Looking at for the rest of the month. Oh yeah, all the way to April. So let me close that out. And what's up about this guy's channel last night? We're talking to him. He was not on the radio last night. You guys heard about there was Road Dogg. You guys saw the video last night. I heard him out there at that time till midnight. I jumped on, warmed up the quad 5. My SWRs were looking beautiful last night. You guys saw it on the meters. So that was Rooster. So if you guys want to check out Tube Radio Night, his videos of channel 26 from 2 days ago, go look at that video. I actually made it on that video a few nights ago on my quad 5 radio. So I talked to him. He's 62 miles away, 60 miles away, just barefoot. Yeah, I hit him around 3 between 1 pound because he's far away. He thinks I need a 4 pill that goes on my quad 5 radio, which I will not run an amp on that radio because you don't want to overdrive your amp and fry your quad 5. But the only guys can hear me on the beam about 40 miles away, between 35 miles, is Ridge Runner and probably Timberwolf. But Ridge Runner is the one that's closest to me, can hear me very well on the beam antenna. He's down in Sweetwater, Tennessee. He actually can hear me on my beam. He is like 7 pounds all the time, and I hear him at least 9 or 7 pounds. So my beam actually can reach the Ridge Dog no problems. And it depends where the beam hits over there, or it depends the terrain where I live in. So this is Rooster. And also go check out Tube Radio Night. On this radio, he got that cool Collins type radio. That was an awesome live stream song. I made it on his live stream on the Tube Radio. If I get my Robin working, I'm probably going to run it barefoot because I don't have an amp for that radio. But we'll see what happens when we get the caps done. I hope everything goes okay. I hope nothing has no problems with it. I hope it's never been messed with or anything except they put that channel mod in the system. You always want a 40 channel tube radio to be awesome and to be rocking all the time. So you guys can go check that out later today. And I want you to go to so this Friday, before we do that, let's go check out Rooster's channel. We got all the channels on the list here today. Let's go look at that. Go check out Jeb Electronics, and this is a really good channel. Check him out. He's got a lot of great videos on here, repair videos. Say hi to Jeb Electronics from me out there from Foxman 362, Knoxville, Tennessee. Going on down. Oh yeah. Go check out his videos, Jeb Electronics. Give him a shout out. This man needs to come check out our UDX C Radio Club, plus the one with 390 Wangmaster Old Radio Night. This guy has a fantastic channel. He fixes radios, recaps them. You don't see anything like this every day. This guy's got he reminds like Mike C Radio Repair, almost like that. Check this guy out. Jeb Electronics, he does DSVFOs. I wish he could do mine for a Cobra 139, but this guy has a great channel. I recommend to check him out. This old guy's doing a thing. He did a repair on my Madison back several months ago. You guys will see some of the videos here. And there it is right there. I see it down there, but I think it's all the way down there. But it's been like 4 months. But this one, I was trying to do something like that for my Cobra 139. This video here. And I wish I could get my radio to do that. So that was pretty cool. But there's my Madison. There it is. That's the one he did my video on. If you guys can see it in that lower corner, I'll show you in a second. Let me see if I can see it. You guys can see it right there. Go check that out. This is the guy that fixed my Madison. That had boat anchor receiver repair, sent it to him. This is the video you guys go check out later today. This was back 4 months ago. This is inside my Madison when he did for when I actually did when I bought it from boat anchor receiver repair. He sent it to this guy. That is actually the radio. You guys who saw the video, I saw that. So that's inside my Madison when he repaired it. When he did it back before boat anchor receiver repair sent this radio, before he actually sold it on eBay when I got a good deal. But this Madison has been amazing. And he marked something on a cap here somewhere. That's what he did. So that's my Madison from Jeb's Electronics back in November 22nd, 2025. And he said down here what he talked about what he did. I'll show you in the description what he did. He fixed the power supply, replaced the mode selector, replaced the fake final 2 SC 1969 and the driver to SC 2166 and recap and alignment. That's what he did. So that's what he did from our radio. And he's talking about where you go get the links and final drivers right here. This is where he bought the ones for my radio. You probably have to go check that out, that link down below. So he put a real one in there, and that's what he did. And that's why I think I got a good deal on this Madison. It'll be around for years to come. So I'm not going to mess with this radio, but at least that's a power supply here. But you guys know what it looks like inside, what he did. And he did all that kind of repair here. That's what the board looks like in my Madison. You guys can see all the little trace boards. It looks just like the Grant, but a lot larger. Look at all those little things. Don't want to burn out these things. You know, guys know that. But it looks in really good shape. It's the 850. It's the 858 chassis, but that is what it looks like inside. It's got a transformer here, and I'll show you guys in the back. And there's a transformer, and there's a pincher hunter, and all that stuff. This has been a beautiful radio so far. And there's the 858 chassis right there. I bet it's the same as the other one. That's where I was looking on this side. That night you guys saw, you actually saw the relay, and you guys saw one of these cats marked in this area, and you saw over this area here. You saw some of it inside, and you saw this here, and you saw the meter. That's what they have there. Pretty cool radio. So I'll go back. So go check his channel today, Jeb's Electronics. It used to be Jed's Projects a few weeks ago. Then we're doing all these guys out there. There's one called Star Trek, Starfleet Dreams. That's like AI Star Trek videos. That's kind of crazy, pretty cool. Go check out DX Radio Shop. Give him a shout out from Foxman 362 over Knoxville, Tennessee. He does live streams. He repairs his own. He repairs C radios. If you want to send him to up in New York, that's what he does. He actually seen my channel before. Go check him out. DX Radio Shop on the YouTube. And also go check out Jungle Joe's Video Gates. UJX 791 Golf Islands up in Canada. I've seen some of these videos on some of the day. I haven't looked at his videos for a while, but I usually see what he does. Go check out all the contacts he's been making the last couple of weeks. And he's been doing great. I heard him one night out there. I heard someone was talking to him one night over in Australia a few nights ago. Someone was talking to 791, and it was him talking. I couldn't hear him. I heard somebody in Australia. I think it was actually him, 351 Australia. That one, I actually heard that one. I heard that guy, 43 Division, Alpha Tango, 351. I heard 351 Australia a few nights ago. I actually had an offline video of it from one day ago. So I actually heard that. From that video, I actually heard him on my beam. Not heard Jungle Joe. I heard the guy talking to Jungle Joe out there. And that's pretty cool. Almost 9,700 miles away. Way in the distance. And go check out Kate's channel, CB Radio DX. That is Kate. That is Kate's channel over in the UK. She changed it to CB Radio DX. Instead, she goes by Kate Charlie Echo. I think she goes by Nita Binner Echo 1, I think it is. Nita Binder 01, I think that's her handle is. So that's Kate. She does a lot of videos. Give them way back from Foxman. Just want to say so. She's been doing a lot of videos on that. And we're going to be talking about that. And also, you guys, you need to go check this channel on Friday nights. World Radio 559. World Radio 559 goes by World Radio 559 or UDX 559. That is Nose Picker. Give them a shout out, and they do the Friday check-ins on live stream. They're called the Jaw Bay Jackers, I think they're called, if I'm right. And they do a lot of the Hogtown Radio roundups and all that stuff, but they do good. Go check them out. The live streams, the check-ins, you get check-ins. That's you guys. If you go in here to get check-in on the chat, you'll give you a wave. If you're out on the radio doing a check-in for them, they'll give you check-in either way. So go say hi to them out there. Go check it on Friday nights, 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And I think that'd be 8 o'clock p.m. East Pacific Daylight Time. And Mountain Time will be at least around 9 o'clock Mountain Time. And Central Time will be at least 10 o'clock. And Atlantic Time will be at least midnight on the east over there near Puerto Rico. And for Alaska Hawaiian Time would be at least 7 o'clock for the Hulu girls in Hawaii and the Honolulu man out there in Hawaii doing that, and also the Eskimos in Alaska. That it's the same time zone out there for sure. So check out World Warrior 559 on Friday nights live streams. Check in, give him a shout, give him a wave. If you're out on the radio, give him a shout. And also go check out Scarecrow 462 or 41 Division on November Zulu 462, Gordon out of New Zealand. So go check out his videos. He's UDX 462 out of New Zealand. He's called Scarecrow. Tell him UDX 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. Get it on down. Give him a shout. Give him a like. He just started his channel a few days ago. I think a couple of weeks ago. And go check out Scarecrow 462, another channel he does. That is 462 New Zealand. That's what it is. And he goes by UDX 462. That's another channel he has. Give him a shout out there from the Fox Man. He started his channel a few years ago, but give him a shout out over here in the United States, over in Knoxville, Tennessee. Go check out the Scarecrow UDX 462, and that's him. And he also goes by Scarecrow 462 New Zealand, and I think his channel is here. And he's been making some skip contacts to the United States this weekend. Look at all these freaking radios he's got. Oh yeah, he's got the rocket meters on the house for sure. Man, I need to get a radio room set up like this. Like, I want a large table, have lots of radio sets up and get all that. He's got it all set up right. You got a Galaxy, you got a Cobra 148, you got some other ones. You got a Washington, it looks like, and you got I've seen that radio right there. I think that's a Magnum type radio. It's an export radio. I think it is. It looks like another ham radio. It looks like something like a I don't know what that is, but a lot of great setup. And this man knows how to bang on the meters for sure. In New Zealand, we'll be here and bang on the meters lots of times. And give him a shout out from the Fox Man over Tennessee. Get him all down. Let's give him a like to this guy. Let's give him a like to UDX 76 Mopar. So hey, me Mopar, waving on back if you're out there. Let's give a shout to go check out UDX 76 channel Mopar in California, Southern California. Give him a shout out from the Fox Man. He's making a lot of DX contacts. We've been seeing some videos on Facebook on him, but this guy has been banging on the meters for sure in Southern California, and he has a lot of trouble with the 510 Bill and the Beach guy. You know what I'm saying? And he's been trying to make contacts. This guy's doing some great stuff. He's got some great content on his channel. You see him out there. Give me shout out to JG Mopar UDX 76 in California. He's been making on those trips. He's been doing all that dialing them out and been talking all that stuff all over the airwaves and doing it for real for sure. Oh yeah. And also, I want you to check out this cool channel. You want to learn some stuff from him? I'm trying to learn how to do it with my grand. This guy knows how to repair CB radio traces on different boards. A lot of the different electronic boards, but this guy does a lot of things with traces on electronic parts, and this might work on C radios on some of his techniques. Go check out Mr. Solder Fix. Okay, this guy's got some great stuff on his channel, and when he does these great traces and stuff, and he has a great channel here, and there's a lot of great tips, and you can actually scrape out the trace. And he uses this piece of wire to do all this stuff. I wish he could donate some C radios to his channel to try out some repairs on them to get them to work this way. Someone needs to learn how to do it. But give him a shout out. I think he's in South America. I don't know where he's at. Maybe he's in the UK. But give him a shout out from Foxman 362 over Knoxville, Tennessee from 362. Getting all down. Oh, yeah. And he does these cool things like these little trace leads where he scrapes the copper, links the wire to. Wish I could learn how to do it for my Madison, for my President Graham. Maybe you can give me an idea to look at that. But go check his channel when you get some time. And also, I want you guys to go check out his channel on Thursday nights on the live stream. He's got lots of great videos. He just did a video 11 days ago with the SSB sidebander 4 and 5 console 5, how to unlock probably the clarifier. Yep, go check out that nice radio. That's the Mr. T radio. Oh yeah, from the 80s. Go check out 390 Wangmaster YouTube. He goes by UDX 390 in Salt Lake City, Utah. And make sure you check out his live streams. He's got the Learning Center live stream going on. Also, go check out UDX CB Radio on the internet if you wanted to go look at on YouTube, okay? But go check out him. He does live streams once in a while. Check out 390 Wagmaster on YouTube, and mostly he does that. And we got some of those new UDX members that came out during 6 days ago. Welcome to the new UDX members out there today. Sorry about that. I got these all wrote down. We got UDX 828 Ed, Amarillo, Texas. Welcome to the United Delta X-Ray C Radio group. And for the United Delta X-Ray members out here, they're waving out there today. And UDX 999 Lee, Livingston, Texas. So welcome to the UDX member family out here. Welcome to the United Delta X-Ray family, the UDX family out here, and the C-Radio Club. Keep making them skip contacts, make some videos of it, and we will love to see it all out there on this channel. And he's got the original Solo Show Network logo. And everybody gave him a wave back out there. Everybody say hi to him. And everything's looking great. Oh, yeah, we got a lot of Texas guys came out this week. That's awesome. So they give him a shout outs to him. Say hi to everybody. And that Catalyst C122. Go check out his channel today. This guy's got some amazing stuff on his channel. Go check out UDX122 out of Delaware. Oh, yeah. He builds a lot of cool boxes. Has lots of cool C radios. You name the whole 9 yards. And you guys see one of my boxes I'm talking on. The Catalyst C150, that's what it is. And he did a giveaway a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, go check out UDX122's channel out of Delaware. And want to go back to 390 Wagmaster in a minute. If you guys want a United Delta X-Ray number, let me get back to it. Here we go. And if you guys want a UDX number, if you want to join the United Delta X-Ray C-Radio Club, if you want a UDX number, email him at udxcbradio@yahoo.com. udxcbradio@yahoo.com. And if you want to donations to JewPal, PayPal, no matter the whole 9 yards, breakerbroker23@yahoo.com. And he'll take donations to do more video gates. Mostly he'll do it for decal stickers and stuff like that. And do some of those areas where he goes around, do some skip videos of Salt Lake City, Utah, and the Utah Valley and the Wasatch Front and doing those things. And he does those cool live streams and do a lot of great stuff on the money donations for the United Delta X-Ray. So yeah, he does all that cool stuff. And mostly, if you want to sing QSL cars, C radios, you name it, and give him some cool stuff like that, make it out to 390 Wagmaster, P.O. Box 9223, Salt Lake City, Utah 84109. If you're going to play some prank stuff on it, make sure Wagmaster needs to be alert about those things. We want to see some crazy cool stuff here. Do something like that. That'd be kind of funny if something that happens. So don't try to scare the guy. He's just trying to do something. Don't make it horrifying. Just try. If he wants to do have some fun, popcorn entertainment on, have some C-Ray going on. So this man will get the bags of popcorns on the live stream and get the thing going. He talks about C radios and S shows. You know what I mean? The shit shows. You know what they are. Some could be shit shows. Some could be C radios. A lot of times we learned a lot about C radios and a lot of C radios topics and everything. He talks about how the whole thing works. And this man has some great expertise and shows us soldering videos of radios he repairs. And also he sells radios once in a while. And we do like a SWAT meet out there on the SWAT net, or a SWAT meet on the live stream when he does, when some people sell their C radios on the live stream. So keep a check on his live streams on 390 Wagmaster channel. And sometimes we do SWAT meets out there, and and they do it live on YouTube, not like something you do it on an offline video. And someone's selling one of our UJX members, or either way, if they're selling a C radio or non-UJX members, if his UJX members are selling C radios, they'll let you know. And non-UJX members can buy the UJX members or C radios if they want to. And he puts it on the live stream and tells it and shows a picture of it, and then you get a hold of that person in the chat, or either what it is, and usually you'll buy a radio either way. And that's what I'm saying. It's pretty cool. And we do lots of great things on this live stream when he does. I do a lot of stuff, good things on this live stream for my video gates and stuff like that. But this man's got a fantastic channel. And all the money of the donations, the breakerbroker23@yahoo.com, for his donations, they go for the United Delta X-Ray stuff, the stickers, going out to places in Salt Lake City, Utah, doing the skip videos, or doing more radio repairs to get them going. And sometimes he sells them, sometimes he keeps them. That's how he does it. So check out that area. And I told you guys how to get a UDX number. Make sure you email him, udxcbradio@yahoo.com. And once you get a UDX number, you get to do some skips. And no discontent, and he'll remove your numbers for sure if you're doing something really bad to something. Okay. I don't want none of that happen to anybody. I want everybody to have a fun time on the C radio, get it going, get your kids into C radios, getting them all that. Tell them all about this AI stuff and what's good, what's bad about it, what's good about it, and what's good things are. But you guys know the whole thing. You know the thing. You know, yeah. And I'm telling you, we need to make C radio back again like it does and make it more interesting. And let me tell you, it's better than a cell phone, but it's always there all the time in your hands, and you can grab the mic and talk anywhere around the world, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about, and you can say your own opinions on the radio. You can say what you want. That's what I love about C radio, because it's a fun hobby. But once you build up your radio stuff, you can get going good. That's what I'm saying. And you can talk to people all over the world and skip. But yeah, it's pretty good. And plus local skip too, local talks too. But that's how you do. You don't need a phone number on the C radio. You just need your handle and your call sign, and you'd be ready to go. And a UDX number if you want to be part to do the skips and local talks and stuff. You'd be quite good. But that's the whole thing. It has fun. Let's make sure we get our beams all the way to Russia, to Alaska, and get all over the whole United States. Let's hope we make them good contacts in the South Pacific, Antarctica. We could try to make these beams and bang all the way to Antarctica. Who knows? And believe me, it doesn't matter what kind of radio, C radio you have, as long as it works. It doesn't it doesn't matter if you have a new radio, an old school radio, if you're part of the United Delta X-Ray Club. As long as you're having a fun time with the guys on the skip, you're good. But make sure you get a radio that has built sideband built into it and AM if you want. And you can do any of those modes on FM, AM, single sideband. You can have all the funs. As long as you treat people right on the radio, we're cool with that. So make sure you check his channel today. 390 Wagmaster. Give him a like, give him a comment. Go look at all these cool videos he does. And I wish President gave me some free radios for free and review and keep them. That's what I usually do. I will never sell them, and probably will trade them for something like that. But I wish they gave me a radio for free. Don't have to do all that stuff. Either way, the only thing I keep is the sideband radios. Yep. Oh, yeah. But I don't mind you guys donating me another President Grant radio and old school radio if you guys want to do that. And I'll put it on my shows and do all that. So if you guys want to donate some C radios to my channel, make sure you guys check me out. So make sure you check this guy out. And don't forget to write all the stuff down. And we're cool with it. So I just want to let you know, 390 Wagmesh has got a great channel out there. It's got a lot of great content. Go check out some of these new radio. If you are new to the C radio hobby, make sure you start out. Get a good radio that has a single sideband built to AM, or if you want to get into AM and start all that stuff, and go have some fun. If you want to join the United Delta X-Ray Club, you want to do that. And when you do that, just start a local CB channel in your area. Have your friends get into it and do some local talks at night. Have fun with it. Doesn't matter if you have a magnet mount antenna, or if you want to do it on a beam antenna, or a Mako 5000, or Stardust. You can start out that and learn to pick up. The way you do it, get yourself a walkie-talkie. Get a President Randy 2 or old school Radio Shack walkie-talkie. Start on that and work up to your mobile and start doing it. It'd be quite good. And believe me, there's a lot of ways you can do that. So if you want to get into the hobby, try to get lots of people in this hobby. Tell them what's good about it. And there's a lot more things you can do C radios with this stuff. Like I have showed a lot of people have done it. So check out 390 Wagmaster channel and give him a like, give him a subscribe, and give him a click a bell, and everything will notify when he goes out there. And I want you to learn all about his cool radios. Give him a lot of likes. Tell him I saw your channel on Foxman's 362, UGX 362, on Foxman 362 World Radio. You know the thing. Give him a lot of cool likes. Give him a lot of cool stuff. Give him a good like and tell him about, if you got questions about C radios, about if you have one you need to fix or something like that, or what you need to learn about it and stuff like that. He'll give you some stuff like that. He's not an expert on C radio repair. He gives you an idea how it works. It's pretty cool. But once you learn about the hobby, once you get your first C radio, you'll be hooked like white on rice. You'll be like, believe me, if you love video game consoles, you'll be hooked like a video game console on these C radios. Once you get your first C radio, you'll be addicted like this for life, like collecting baseball cards on hands. And sometimes you have to sell the ones you don't like, just keep the ones you like, because I usually keep all mine, because you don't know. You always have to keep the ones for backup. And go look at the Quad 5 radio, the Quad 5 Top Guns technology radio. which Bob C Radio Shop still sells the new ones, which they have they're the same thing but a little bit more power. But you can get one on Facebook Marketplace pretty cheap if you find them on eBay. eBay actually has them, and you'll see them. Go check out the Top Gun Qualified Top Guns Technology. Give his support to Bob C Shop in Pennsylvania. Tell him I know he's going through all the chemo treatment. Give him a shout out from the Foxman. It'd be quite cool. Okay, let's go look at one of the coolest channels. I'm going to get down to the Dirty Diaper in a minute. I haven't done this for a while. I want you to check out this guy's channel, Boat Receiver Repair. Is he part of United Delta X-Ray member? Let me know if he's a UGX member or not. I need to know this. But this guy's got a great channel. And I really like this channel. I usually check it once in a while when I don't have a lot of stress, been walking dogs all the time, you know what I mean? But this guy has a great channel. And my Madison was on this channel a couple of weeks ago. There it is right there. There's my Madison right there when I bought from him. Right here, Madison, January 10th, February 10th, 2026. That's my Madison. That's the one I have. And you'll see how it sounds. But we can probably get it on OBS Studio when we get to hear that Madison, when we get it all fired up. But I've been kind of busy for a while because I've been doing all this stuff. So yeah, you know that. Because I had to try to help repair my mom's fan, get her ceiling fan set up this week, because she got a new ceiling fan, like to get a swipe out in the living room, because the other one would burn out the light a while back, about 3 years ago. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of work and stuff, plus doing the tube radio, trying to get all the caps going. Because once you get all the caps going, we're gonna be all right. And plus, before I do, I'll tell you guys about that. We'll talk about this channel in a minute. Before I do that, when I get all the caps put in the tube radio, I'm going to take it outside and hook it up one of my Mega Mount antennas on the car to make sure to do it on the safe side and let it run for a while. And I want to do that so in case that thing catches on fire or not. If it doesn't catch on fire, we're good. I wanted to keep it safe so it doesn't make any loud popping noise. That's why I'm going to take it outside to be on safety concerns on that. And let them run for a while. And let it run for a while, and probably I'll do a video offline and talk to one of my radios to it and see how it sounds. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm talking about this channel called Boat Anchor CB Repair, and he sells radio once in a while. Go check him out. If you want to buy a CB radio, he'll do it by PayPal, but sometimes he does eBay's once in a while. But I just want you to check his channel. If you got any radios for sale, I want you guys to buy them from him. Give him a support on this channel. And this guy's never screwed me over. He's pretty good. And he does repair his radios here. He recaps them and he sends it off to Jet Electronics once in a while if he does find an issue. But this guy has got some great stuff. And let me tell you, he sells some great Madisons once in a while. If you get a good Madison, you can get one. He's got a Madison for sale right there. I think he still has it or not. But keep it on this channel. He sells a lot of good radios. A lot of good old school C radios like the Madisons, the Cobra 2000 GTLs. I love to have a Cobra 2000 GTL in my house here. It'd be quite nice, but I'd love to have one to run on the live streams and do all that. But the Madison was a good radio I got, and I couldn't beat that. It's got some great sound to it once. I've been enjoying that thing. Because a few nights ago, I was here in Australia way in the distance. I think it was one day ago. And I turned it up. I heard them way in the distance. These Madisons have some great receive when you turn them way up. When conditions are weak. Yeah. And also, I want you to check out this channel here. Take a look at him. He's got a lot of fantastic videos. Give him a like. Give him a subscribe to the channel. If he sells a radio once in a while, give him a shout out to him. Tell him Foxman sent you all the way from Tennessee, from UGX 362, 362, getting all down. So go check out his channel, Boat Anchor CB Repair. And he does these cool live streams. And these are the radios he sold. He did one 13 years ago. This is what he does when he sells them. And I hope he gets plenty of radios. Maybe you could donate some radios to his channel and he could repair them and sell them either way. And if you guys want to donate some radios to him, go ahead, do it. Give him a shout out from the Foxman over in Tennessee, getting all down. Oh, yeah. But this is a fantastic channel. And what he does, he buys all these radios. Then when he tests them out, he's actually is selling these radios when he doing it on the live stream. So he runs through a test for these cap things to run their 24-hour thing. That's what they do. That's why he warms them up. And he did a great job unpacking the box, sent it to my area here. And he did a great job unpacking the C-Ray. I'm telling my Madison. That's the one I have here. That's my Madison. You go look at that Madison there. That's my Madison on YouTube about a month ago when I bought this radio. And it's all right here. You can see these two. There are like 4 live streams he did, or 2 or 3. Go check out one of these videos. You go see it. and he has lots of videos on the Madison. But there's a lot of great deals on this, so go check out Boat Anchor CV Repair. Give him a like, give him a say hi to him, and that would be great. So also, we're gonna go check out somebody out here tonight, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. Either way, we're gonna do a different combination today on this. I want you guys to go check out Highlander 498 Interactive Video Gates. He goes by Highlander 498, Highlander UDX 498. He also goes by Highlander 498 in St. Louis, Missouri. His name is John. Juliet Oscar Hotel, November. And give him a shout out to John. He's doing great on his channel so far. He does that. He's got that cool UC 101, or I don't know what it is. I get it all mixed up either way. But this guy's got that cool radio. I don't know if we can see it. I'll show you the radio we're talking about on UDX 498 on his channel. And he does some great live streams. And if you go to say hi to him on the radio, give him a shout back to him. And that's the radio he uses. It's hooked up to his computer. He's got some cool radio. I think it's a USU, or what is it, an ICOM? Maybe he'll tell me either way. But this is what he does a lot of times. He's got a lot of D104s. He's got some great stuff. He's got the temperature analysis. Give him a shout out to Highlander 498. Highlander 498. Oh yeah. Interactive video gates. Highlander, there only could be only one. Oh yeah. And go check that out when you get some time, man. And give him a shout out to John from the Foxman over Tennessee. He knows who the Foxman is. UDX 362, Knoxville, Tennessee, getting on down. Waving on back to UDX 498. Highlander 498, getting on down the stream. Oh yeah. So check him out. And he's got some great live streams. Give him some good likes. Give him a lot of things. Let me go get him a like just a second before we get out of here soon. I just want to say hi to all you guys out there. I haven't done a live stream for a while because that's why I feel all you guys out there today. So go check it out. And I'll show you guys in a second. I gave him a like. We're good. We're good. We're great. Like actually counts. It makes this channel go. More likes is great. And we're going to talk about 2112's we're going to talk about CB Lounge 2112 and 21.C's channel today, and the Old 2 Radio Network. So we're going to be doing that. I want to fill that out completely. All right. So we're just doing C Radio of the week, so we do. Check out CB Lounge 2112 Interactive Video Gates. He did one a few nights ago. I think one day ago. He did the Sunday services. He had an old school radio from the 1990s, and he's doing that 79 smokescreen right there for sure. And check him out. He had some great live streams in the last couple of weeks. And check out CB Lounge 2112, Carson City, Nevada. His name is Reed. He's been banging on the meter since 1980s and 1970s. But this room looks like the 1980s all the freaking time. All the freaking time. $1, man. $1. Oh, yeah. And I'm telling you, he does that Honolulu Shaka Waves. And he does that Honolulu Hawaiian Shaka Waves. And I'll go to that, yeah. I'll tell, oh yeah. And that 79 smokescreen for sure. He does it every single day. He's been banging on the meters for a while ever since. The man doesn't watch television. He hasn't watched television since 2004. He talks about that. You'll understand all that stuff later on when he talks. But I want you to check out. You're like in a lounge seat, sitting in a lounge seat, and watching the dice going on the radio. And when you're out there on the radio doing to make the contact to him, he'll give you an accurate report of your estimated report, your audio quality report, and how you're making it into the CB Lounge 2112 headquarters in his place in Carson City, Nevada, at the HQ headquarters, or the 2112's Foxcom com radios. You know the whole thing. And he's got that great cool stuff with the cool radios. He's got the Junior Grant. He's got the Boss Hog. He's got the Anytone AT55, which is a different model of it. It looks like that. And he does lots of videos on that. And he does that Galaxy radio you see right up there. That crazy cool stuff. This man needs definitely need a beam antenna. We got to give him a beam antenna. We got to give him a serial SY27 3-element beam, I think. That'd be great. Because if he was on a beam, he'd be making a lot of contacts. But he still got some good antenna like the serial. But if he was on the beam antenna, imagine he'd be doing a little bit more. Imagine he could get all the DX he wants. He'd be talking to Hawaii every single day with his beam antenna on the radio. It will do that if you're in that area, but it's because it depends on the environment in the desert where you live. All that conditions. But check out CB Lounge 2112. Rock on, rock on. Oh yeah. Check him out. This man will make you go back to 1985 any day between 1988 and 89 and through the early 90s and early 2000s. It's like going back in the time machine at his house when it first came out. Oh yeah, check out CB Lounge 2112, Carson City, Nevada. And give him a shout out to him from the Foxman over in Tennessee, UDX 362, waving on back to UDX 2112 in Carson City, Nevada. And he'll keep the light on you for sure when he's doing them live streams. And if you got a lot of good questions to talk to him on the chats, you can talk to me anytime. And if you're out there on the radio doing the contact to him, make that contact to CB Lounge 2112, and he'll talk to you out there. He'll take your report on your S-meter quality and stuff. Doesn't matter where you're from, as long as you make it to the CB Lounge 2112 on the live stream, to chat him in the chat, or if you're on the C radio to make that cool contact, the video gate will be in there in radio history. It will never be gone. It'll be there forever. And you'll have this video for a long, long, long time. It'll live long time for everybody. Oh, yeah. Check out CB Lounge 2112, Carson City, Nevada. And we're just going to wave back to him today from the UDX 362, the Foxman 362, getting on down where all the foxes are running around and getting on the radio. Oh, yeah. Okay, what's going to check out? And check out Alternative CB Radio on YouTube. We got a lot of great channels today. Check him out. Give him a check out. Give him a wave. He's got lots of great videos on that one. And check out Farpoint Farms in North Carolina. That's Eric. That's Eric. Give him a wave out to Eric. Tell him Foxman sent you over to Tennessee. Check him out. He's got a lot of great channels. Check out Fred in the Shed. Give him a shout out to him today. And he's over in the UK. He does a lot of great things. Give him a shout out to UDX 183. Give him a chance on this channel. Give him a wave out. He's done some videos. Give him a like. Tell him the Foxman sent you all the way from Knoxville, Tennessee, getting on down from UDX 362, waving on back to UDX 183 in South Carolina in the Charleston area. All right, let's go back to the JT's channel. I gotta get it out there for him. We're going to say hi to him all. I hope he's watching us today. And give him a like. So he did some great shows last week, and we're going to do OTR in a minute. All right, time is 1:48 in the afternoon. We're going to get out of here soon. So check it out. I didn't know you got a Top Gun modulator. That's pretty cool. Awesome. So check out 21.C, Charleston, South Carolina. He goes by UDX 21. He didn't do a live stream last week because what happened, he had thunderstorm issues. You guys know how the weather is. You don't want to be on during a thunderstorm with these antennas. Trust me, leave them disconnected and you'll be okay. So, check out some of these shout-out wheels he does. And then you're going to go check out Old Radio Night. He has lots of videos from different radios. You can go back from previous ones and new ones. And he's got that Jed wheel banging on the meters, swinging around that swing. So, I just want to let you know, go check out Old Radio Night, and you'll be able to get the short B on the dial. And he gets the Uncle Freddy out there once in a while. So shout out to Uncle Freddy out there on Old Radio Night, 21.C in Charleston, South Carolina. So, and he does that 21 shout out wheel, and you need to get in there before 9 o'clock. Say hi to him in the chat. You'll put your blue wrench and get your channel out there for sure. And there's that Turner Plus 2 mic he's got. And that Cobra 29 for sure, banging on the meters on channel 17 AM in Charleston, South Carolina. Oh yeah. And he's in the Carolinas for either way. And let me tell you, he's in the Palmetto State. Oh yeah. And this is the 21 shout-out wheel what we talk about here. And when that thing spins, you better sit on there and ride on the ride, man. Ride on the Wheel of Fortune. Ride on that ride. And you'll be able to sit on that thing in the middle. You'll be banging on the meters for sure. And when that last person gets drawn on the list of this color thing, you win the 2112. You win the CB Lounge 21. You'll win the Old Radio Night stickers for sure. Everybody wins, and it takes a while to get around. And you will win those stickers from 21.C Old Radio Night stickers and other ones like the DX Empire and all that stuff. And sometimes he does giveaways once in a while, like 4K giveaways, probably a 5K giveaway, maybe a 10K giveaway. When they get out there, when he gets more, at least 1,000 more subscribers, he does all that. Each one, he does a giveaway once in a while, but he did one a couple of weeks ago. The 4K giveaway, the one that gave away the Catalyst box, the one of those things. It was a box of an amp. It was cool. and he done all this stuff. But he's have done lots of giveaways on this channel, so keep it on the dial on 21.c of the old radio night, and you'll be able to see it. And check it on old radio night on Saturdays, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Then, and that will be at least 9 o'clock p.m. for Atlantic time in Puerto Rico, and in California will be at least a few hours behind. That will be at least looking at around maybe 5 o'clock in the evening their time. That will be 7 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock Mountain Time, and that's right, 5 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time. And for Alaska and Hawaii time will be at least 4 o'clock in the afternoon their time. Yeah, you didn't know that. So when he turns on that show, man, you know it's 4 o'clock in Hawaii and Alaska, and there's still daylight eating dinner. They have dinner time at that time, and instead probably early dinner time, and you're just eating dessert. Oh yeah, that's something else. So check out the old radio night Saturdays, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. He's out of Charleston, South Carolina, on the coast of Carolinas. He's on that big beam antenna, and he's on lots of different cool retro radios from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, 80s, and 90s, and early 2000s, and today's radios, and lots more. Keep it on the dial. Old radio night. And JT will give you the light on for you, and he'll give you a wave. If you want to make that DX contact on the skip, give him a hi out there on the skip, and tell him out there if he's on the live stream, give him a wave at on the live stream, say hi to everybody in the chat, and you know what you got to do. And be cool, be respectful, talk to him, and we don't want any news and drama here in this channel. We want to have a great time and make those DX contact. And he'll show you lots of cool repair videos on things he does, and he does lots of great things. And also, if you want to donate some stuff to the channel, and if you want to give some QSL cards or chicken chokers, I'm sure he'll collect a lot of chicken chokers for him. I'm sure he'll get a lot of chicken chokers. He loves chicken chokers, which I have one too. I have an Elvis chicken choker and Blackbeard. So check that out. World Radio Productions at yahoo.com. Email him, give him a like, and tell him if you want to send him a chicken choker to put on a show, and give him a name for that one. Yeah, that'd be cool. And maybe some more C radio stuff to him, like 2 radio parts stuff he needs to repair his other radios, and maybe you can help him out, or donate some C radios or QSL cards. You name stickers, and he'll get your channel out there if he wants to. Check him out. Radio night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. The Foxman sits you over there from Tennessee, getting on down. Oh yeah. This is one of the grand finale shows, and I'm telling you, you will not see this on national television because they're too crazy about Monday night football and basketball, and they're just playing there all the time. This man is better than the bread of circus. Okay, this man knows what he's doing, and he's better than TV. But you still watch your football at the same time and tune that thing you want in. If you have a tube radio, you'll be great for sure. You don't have to have a tube radio, but this is great. Check out Bozo Control. And this channel is an amazing channel. You will not find this anything. He's been around for a long time, from 2011. And I think I remember him back years ago. Some show told me about this on a tech channel called G4 TV called Attack of the Show. They were mentioned about Dennis one time. I think I remember seeing it around the net videos, they call it. ATTN, that's what they used to do. And Kevin Pereira was talking about the old 2 radio network back in 2011. I remember for sure before... I think he was talking about in 2012 or 2011 when I moved back to Utah when I was in Pleasant View for the first time in 2011. But I stayed in the valleys in Utah during 2009 to 2011. That's when it happened. So check out the old 2 radio network. I think he was on Attack of the Show back on G4T where they were talking about his channel from the show called, they call it the Around the Net videos. They had different segments on this channel, like Gadget Prawn. You got Around the Net videos and Male View of the Week, stuff like that. They had a lot of great things until Attack Show went off the air in 2012. Then they came back a few years later and then went back off the air again. It was like 5 years ago or something like that. But it was a very show, and this show had like the show called X Play, which it was pretty cool about the X Play and stuff. And I think what happened to that channel, it went off the air again because people's feelings were getting hurt and all this stuff and blah blah. But that's just the TV entertainment business. That's how they do it. They just do that. That's how they do it. But we're just about C radios and doing great things and doing things. We'll just keep it on that. We're talking about Dennis's channel today, the old 2 radio network, This is better than anything. If you get a tube radio, you could get your radio check in on his channel for sure if you want to get into it. And you have your SWO number and all that stuff. It doesn't matter if you're anywhere in the world. If you're out there on YouTube and doing a live stream showing your tube radio, you could do that, or on a web SDR if you're in your local area or somewhere a couple 100 miles away, he might be able to hear it, or either way. But this is a show you want to check out. These were the first generation C radios that came out in the 1950s, late 50s, when your grandmas were around, when your grandpa was in Vietnam War, in the Vietnam War and Korean War or World War II. It's a whole history about this. These are amazing. Once you get these working, they're very rare, one of a kind, and you can still talk on the C radio with it no matter what. And this is as they do on Saturday nights, 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, the old tube radio network, 27.085, channel 11. It's 11 meters only, and you'll like it for sure. He's in Fresno, California, in the Golden State. Oh, yeah. When California was actually still old school the way it is today. And you know what it is. It's in the sunny land of California, in the Central Valleys. But I'm sure he's been all over California. I've been to California. It was one of those wonderful states in 2019. In the northern part of the state, I went to the good part of California. I went to see the Redwoods, the Crescent City Lighthouse, and stay there. But it was kind of cold during the month of July because we were not used to it. Because in Florida, it's kind of different kind of weather in the northern part of the state because February is usually our cold snap. In Tennessee, we get our cold snaps for almost 3 months. So don't forget to check out the Old 2 Radio Network 27.085. He did a great live stream last week, and my Robin 123B made it on his show several times, I think, during this week. So I'll tell you about the tube radios we're talking about, what they have here, and then go check out the oldtuberadio.net. That's the website you can go look at all the archives about the radios, and you'll learn about it. And there's always a favorite radio you might like. Everybody thinks different, and they might like a tube radio. The Brown and Golden Eagles are amazing ones. I like to have one of those Mark IVs later on in the future. With all the sideband, that's what I like about it. But you have to know how to operate that. Or the DAC 10s would be one of those cool radios I love to have. Because I like those giant meters with the sideband. So check out the old2radio.net. And he's in Central California, Fresno area, 27.085. This is what the radios used to sound like back in 1958 through 1978. 1978 is when Space Invaders came out. Yep, when these things were around. And plus, these radios are built good quality to last a lifetime. Once you get them working, they'll live forever. And no matter what, they'll always will sell the caps, the parts, and stuff. You know, anybody can do anything to make it work right. It doesn't matter what kind of C radio you have, even a tube radio or a new one, anything can still work no matter what. So check out his channel, the Old Tube Radio Network. Keep it on the dial, channel 11, and go say hi to him in the chat. If you got tube radio questions, there's a man named Harvey, sells tube C radios once in a while, all the time. He's the man who knows how to repair tube C radios. He takes people's tube radios in, repairs them, and sends them on back. And you don't see a lot. If you guys want to learn to repair tube radios, go ahead, do it, guys. Learn how to do it, and you'll be making lots of good cash off it. Or do a lot of trade stuff. I don't know. But I don't mind getting my tube radios repaired for free if someone could do that. But let me tell you, it takes a lot of skill to understand how it works, how to have fun. I actually like the audio of these tube radios. I like to talk skip all over the world if it's barefoot, if you could. Or have a little tube amp on the system, make it okay, but I don't know. But there's a lot of questions on these things. But check these radios out. They sound fantastic on the air. And we'll give you a little bit of an idea what a tube radio looks like that. But that was a cool radio during that week. That was the Swan. It was awesome. And these things sound superior on the air. And they had some Robin copycats. And you had different ones, rare tube radio snap. And these are Brown and Golden Eagles Mark IIIs. They're pretty good. I know exactly what that thing is. So this one is a 40-channel modified system. That's a DSV. That's not a it's an older DSVFO, not electronically. And I've seen these. These can go on a Cobra 139, but they can go on a Brown and Golden Eagle Mark III. So these have 40 channels in all the free band channels. These are fantastic. I'd love to have something like that on it. If it's something like that, that'd be quite good. That'd be quite a good deal to get a radio like that. This one can go on every channel in the system. Every mode you want from single sideband to AM. That is pretty cool. So that's a pretty nice setup. Some guy did a great job on that one. And that's what they look like, the Brown and Golden Eagle Mark IV, Mark IIIs. The Mark IVs has the digital channel display one, which I like too. But doesn't matter how long they do. And there's the Mustang 2. That was pretty cool from Metro Tech, I think it's called. And they're out of Miami, Florida. That's like the old South Beach, Florida from the 1950s or 60s, when those buildings were like the retro design for sure. That's what they look like. That is that old South Florida tradition feel back in the 60s and in the 50s and 40s. And this one was a pretty cool, called a Phanon type radio. It looks like a Robin Cobb. These things sound fantastic all the time. And that one's Chrissy's going to get that radio soon this week in Idaho. But Chrissy actually has a Robin 123T, a Robin T 123B. That's what she has. She probably have her green collection for St. Patty's Day. But that she's going to be getting a good radio for sure. They do actually sell C2 radios once in a while. Go look, like we saw C radio of the week today, and go check out. That's the Revell. And also, they do swap nets on 2 radios or different other C radios. So keep an eye on the old 2 radio network on the live streams at that time, and you'll be able to hear what Harvey's selling, what radios they're selling, and maybe some other one will tell you about it on some other old 2 radio network type people that talk on their 2 radios. So keep an eye on this channel. They do sell C radios on the live stream, and you probably get a hold of these guys from Dennis or Harvey, whether what it is, you guys will see it. And they sell 2 radios and other different kind of radios, even ham radios and C radios too. You'll check that out once in a while, but keep it on the old 2 radio network. They got a lot of great things. And this is the this is the PowerMate GM Electronics. They look almost copycat. These are fantastic radios. Go check out the old 2 radio network, 27.085, channel 11. Dennis will get you on the dial, and Foxman sent you all the way from Tennessee. UDX 362, getting all down. So check out the old 2 radio network. Bozo Control is the channel on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, give them a comment, and if you got questions about 2 radios, Harvey will tell them about it, and Dennis will tell you about them on the air for sure on the live stream. And he'll make sure you keep that thing. So you guys have a great day for 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, getting on down. I just want to let you guys know. I'll catch you guys later. Have a great day. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the show. I'll go look at your chat comments in a minute before we go. I don't want to miss anybody out there. And I'll find out who came out there today. And let's do that right now. So who came out today in our chat room today? So we're going to give our shout outs to them. And we'll see who out there who's talking. And I'll shout out to them either way. I give them a chance that way. 2 hours, 33-minute live stream. This is CB Radio of the week on March 10th, 2026. And you guys go look at that a little later. And so I'm looking at Gordon. We got his channel out there. So he just came in the chat. So it's morning time in New Zealand for him. So thanks for coming out there, UJX 462 over New Zealand. I might jump on my radio in 10 minutes for listening around for bands for about 30 minutes to see. They're talking about medium conditions right now. They say by the end of this week it'll be good conditions. I saw that on the Romeo Charlie International group. If I can hear any U.S. stations. That's how I checked that. But and man, it's 7 o'clock in the morning over in New Zealand right now. So he's waking up. So good morning to you out there, Gordon, UJX 462 New Zealand. So I'm just waving on back. This is what C radio of the radio of the week. So you go check out some of the radios I found. There was a good deal on the Madison on this channel today. I just wanted to look for $189. You want to get the meters fixed and get what part needs to be fixed. The meter needs fixing and the clock. That's it. And it was a good deal for $189. So it doesn't matter. So just want to let you guys go. And Tim Webb 648 came out there today. Thanks for coming out there today. Leslie Jones, UDX 33 Scottsdale, Arizona came out today. Waving on back to him out there. And Les Jones 5684. Thanks for coming out there today. I'm glad you met your wife on the radio. My parents met on the C radio back when on a blind date because my dad was in high school in Homestead, Florida, in a place called South Day High School when he was back then. And he had a lot of girlfriends that dated him. And this high school girl dated him and told my mom to set up my mom on a blind date. And she talked on the radio, and that's how they met. And my parents got married 3 years later in 1979. So yeah, and my dad was on a base station on a Midland C radio. You guys know what it is, and stuff like that. And that's what he did, and all that stuff. They were in CBs. They were not the whole 9 yards. There were most AMs that were in that time. So, hey, what's up out there, Lamar Stewart? 1955. Thanks for coming in the chat today. We'll be killing this stream soon. I just did C radio of the week. Go check it out. You guys will love that. And Walker's Custom 409, thanks for coming out there today. I think that's UDEX 409, I don't know. Walker Custom 409 came out today. And UDEX 133, thanks for coming out there, Ken. We'll catch you later. This is 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, getting on down. And we'll see you guys later. And we'll help we get that 2 radio working soon. And maybe we'll do some, I'll do some video gates, offline video gates, and do some live streams once everything goes. I hope we can get our grant working again soon. You guys know that. Catch you guys later. Have a great day. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. Get on down. And we're east of the Rocky Mountains, south of the Canadian border, west of the Appalachian Mountains, north of the Gulf of America, and west of the Atlantic Ocean from the Azores, and all the way from northeast Australia and New Zealand. Oh yeah, and across the Hawaiian Pacific to the east of California, and we're just banging out here in the volunteer state and waving on back. We'll catch you later. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. And we'll see you guys later. Bring out more videos soon. Oh, yeah. And the good Lord loves you all out there and bless you out there in Radio Land. And we'll see you again soon on the radio. Oh, yeah. We'll catch you later. Bring out more videos soon. Have a great day. And go check out the replay of this video of the cool eBay items you see. And the Goodwill items of these Tube C radios and other radios. And go check out that Madison I saw for that price. And the tube radio caps I'm getting, the ones for my Robin 123B, the yellow caps, you guys will see it on Digital Key and Mauser Electronics. I just ordered yesterday. You guys will see that, the ones that I put in. And I found that hidden cap in the front of the upper right side. It's actually a 0.47, 300 volt. I think that's what it is. But yes, you guys will see that. The caps, what I ordered during yesterday, and they'll be here sometime this week. And you'll see what kind. They're kind of smaller, medium size, but you guys will get an idea of it. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll catch you later off the key. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. We'll see you guys later. And we'll wave it on hands to all the people in the chat. Thanks for coming out there, UDX 390, 390 Wang Match. I know you're sandbagging in the background. And have a great day. And I think Jordan was talking about skips going to be better in February, March, and April. What's the best skip for me? But eventually it's going to get better soon. But we're going to be having some storms tomorrow night. That's why we'll not be on the radio tomorrow. It's supposed to be severe weather in our area. We had some storms this morning. Lucky I was not on the radio early this morning. We're probably going to get some rain today. I don't know. We'll have to check the forecast. But supposed to be some bad weather tomorrow night. That's what they were saying. You guys have a great day. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. We'll see you guys later. Bring out more videos soon. Check out that Road Dog video I did yesterday. Man, that's what Rooster puts up with that guy out there. You guys know who it is. But that guy just does that all night. But he got tired, but he does that every time when he's out there. But I haven't heard that guy for a while. But go check out the Road Dog video I did talk to last night. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, there were guys like 40 to 50 miles away I was talking to. That guy was about 40 miles out. And then we're down in Sweetwater, Tennessee. Yep. Oh,